We are back with the podcast today.
I quit.
All right, we already ran out of content. We're back after. Hold on, I need to look now.
It's been like 3 years, bruh.
The last post was probably kind of recent.
I think it was the 28th of April.
We stopped for like 2 months.
2 months.
We had like 4 extra episodes.
Oh yeah, that's true. We haven't recorded in a while. How do I see this on the podcast app? Let's see. The last campfire episode was Ladies and Gentlemen, April 27th. Okay, so it's a
About
month,
a month
and
later.
3 days.
Fire.
Who was that? Trebek.
Oh my god. Yeah, because then you dropped out. And we played Jeopardy. And we talked about high school and the stock market.
High school and the stock market.
Let's talk about the stock market.
Damn, boring.
We'll come back to the stock market now. We'll do a little brief stock market session.
I'm all in.
Are you?
No.
Josh, have you bought any stocks yet for anything?
I bought $1 of Xerox.
Is that all you did?
Yes.
I-
I lost 5 cents on it.
I am happy to report I don't even think I've looked at the stock since the night we
Nice.
talked about it.
I just don't have enough money to put a meaningful amount into it every week.
Trebek, do you have any stocks?
No,
Oh,
I do not understand the stock market at all.
fair. Viv just said she wants the stock market to crash so she can buy a house.
That's real,
Speaking of houses,
doctor.
you know what really grinds my gears?
Uh-huh.
You guys know what that's from, right? Josh
Yeah.
knows what it's from.
Family Guy.
That episode, dude, Family Guy is so funny.
I've seen every episode. Besides, like, the newer seasons, I've seen every episode, like, probably 5 times.
It's so good.
I haven't been keeping up with it, though. I haven't watched it, like, the newest seasons.
I want to try the new ones, but I feel like they're just not good.
They're not. It falls off around, like, season, like...
10.
Yeah. 10's when it goes, like, HD.
That's 8.
Oh,
You
is
know
it
what
8?
the first 2 HD episodes are?
It's the murder mystery.
yeah.
Or is
Yeah.
that 8? Or I thought it was 10.
That was 8, I thought.
Oh,
It
yeah.
might have been 10.
Well, around, like, 10, 11.
I just realized there's no sound going into the podcast.
Hmm.
I'll relay it for you. I just watched the episode, but I don't know if you remember it. Peter said, if I was fat, could I do this? And he, like, stuffs himself in a hula hoop, and then he puts on one of Stewie's onesies.
Oh, okay.
And it goes up his butt. And then he said, me and Stewie are the same size, Lois. You know who one of my favorite characters in Family Guy is?
Quagmire.
Death.
Oh.
He's so funny.
He's only around in, like, the first 2 seasons,
Do
though.
you remember when he breaks his ankle?
Yeah.
And he has to lay on Peter's couch?
We should do a Family Guy characters tier list. I don't know
do
if...
that.
Does
We could-
Cody know it? Does he know Ball? Does Cody know about Greased Up Deaf Guy?
No.
We're going to have differing opinions, though.
Probably.
Let's just do it later in the episode.
Serial tier list.
Okay, but I don't have a
Serial
list
tier
prepared.
list.
But we don't need it. We can look at characters and then...
Consuela.
Tier lists are so fun. I love doing tier lists.
Do you know Family Guy?
Do I know what Family Guy is?
Like, do you know the characters?
Yeah, I know some of them.
All right, they can...
Pitch in.
I could pitch in.
I don't think we're going to agree on a lot. Because I know 2 characters that you like that I don't really like. But we'll get to it later.
2? That I
Tune
like?
in.
I think
Okay,
so.
we'll talk later.
The beef.
Okay, back to what grinds my gears. Something that really pisses me off. The street system in America, and probably in the rest of the world, is so stupid.
Oh, I got honked at bad yesterday by an old fuck.
I'm not even
I wasn't
talking
even I wasn't in the wrong at all.
Okay, so I agree with you that, like, the roads suck. Like, everything needs to be different. Highways need to be bigger, like, more lanes and all that, right? But most specifically, highway exits. I think that on one end of the country, it should start at 1. And then one way, it goes, like, there should not be the same exit ever. There should only be one exit 1 in all of America, and it should just count up until it runs out of exits. So say there's, I don't know, just for example, say there's 10,000 exits in America on highways, every single one should be its own unique exit. Because tell me why we took a road trip to South Carolina and I passed like 30 exit ones. I just feel like everything, like if I could redesign the highway system, it would be so good. I would do what Germany does. There would be no speed limit.
No speed
in-
limit.
Well, Germany does that.
I know,
And they
but-
have like a lot less reported accidents and stuff.
I think they're also a little bit more sane than most Americans.
Yeah.
Germans?
Yeah.
They're good now.
If you just implemented that randomly one day and everyone just automatically had no speed limit, it wouldn't go well.
No, because you have the people that go fast, but you also have the people that go slow.
That's why you open up the highway to like 5 lanes. The highway minimum should no highway should ever be 2 lanes. That shit is ridiculous. Oh, it's the parkway. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, it's because it's old.
The parkways.
Open
for
it up.
The parkways for no big trucks.
Around Meriden, those Meriden exits, they
I
want to
like
do
that.
so many fucking construction. They don't even work.
Oh my god.
It's just
I hate
cones
it.
and construction.
Our whole way home is on construction right now.
It's
I want to
very annoying.
like
What are they even doing?
the whole of Connecticut is getting rebuilt.
You know,
on
right
the
before
highway.
Because
you get,
so
you know, right
the-
before the turnpike exit.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are they doing there, dude?
Well,
They're,
that's exit.
they're making it
16
wider.
Work.
Dude,
That's all exit 16 work.
Did you hear about this? Oh, this is kind of random. But
wait, hold on, wait. I know what you're gonna say,
Okay.
but we need to finish this conversation.
Sorry, I
They're,
just thought about it.
they're making the lane wider so they can make the lane on the turnpike. They're making another lane so there's less accidents happening. That's the whole reason why they're doing all this work
I
is
just-
so those accidents. Because it's like it was ranked like the top worst highway in the country because accidents happen like at least 10 times every day.
Well, I remember when before they started the construction, when I would pull onto there, my maps would say this is a frequent accident area.
Mhm.
But I'm also just talking about like the way they make highways is so. I would just redesign it. Everything is cleaner. Like the highways that go this way across the country, 1 through 1,000. The highways that go this way, 1,000 through 2,000, and then like they could be different
The
sections.
interstates.
Why? Like I know like highways that go like east, all the routes are like even numbers, and then all the
Mhm.
ones are odd numbers. But
Yeah, east
make
west
everything
is
like everything
even.
organized. Say on the California side of the country, it starts at 1, and then when you get to up to Maine, you get up to the thousands, right? I feel like it would be so clean there because then, if you're talking about exit 800, you know, oh, you're in New York or whatever the hell, right? I just feel like everybody would be able to go off of it differently, but it's America, and we are like the only country that uses what is it?
Metric. system?
Metric. No, wait, metric system is.
That's
Do we use metric?
What do we use?
The other one.
Wait, I thought we used metric.
Wait, what's
in-
the other one?
Is it like imperial or something?
Yeah, it's,
Imperial.
Yeah.
Why don't we use
I
Imperial?
thought we used metric.
Yeah,
we use metric.
No.
we use metric, and like
Imperials-
one other country does, right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
It's
like
like-
2 or 3.
It's like Botswana or something.
something like that.
I don't
South
know.
Africa.
I don't think that's a country
Because
anymore.
imperials
South Africa.
freaking
No,
centimeters.
Botswana.
It is.
The other
Is it?
For the
I think
all right,
so.
the other thing that leads me into this because okay, just a little backstory. I quit my job because
Well, did you really? Or did you just not ever go back?
that's quitting.
I guess.
That's quitting. I mean, I gave up on it.
You quit.
For
guess.
various reasons. Anyways, I want to make more money, and they won't give me enough hours. So right now, because I'm transitioning jobs, hopefully, I'm driving Uber Eats like 8 hours a day. So I'm been around a lot, right? So I'm fucking fed up with the roads, and I'm fed up with restaurants too. If you are going to start a business, this is going to lead me to 2 points. One about street names. If you are going to start a business and you are near train tracks, please don't name your business Trackside whatever. Whether it's Trackside Pizza, Trackside Deli, whatever it is. It's unoriginal. If
Those are
your
old
business
places.
is on Main Street, it doesn't need to be in the name.
Yeah, but then everyone at least
Something
knows.
on Main. How many fucking Main Streets are there in America?
Why is
A
it
lot.
Main Street?
It's so annoying.
'Cause
How
it's the
many
main
North
street.
Streets? Or, dude, it bothers me so, like, it just started bothering me today, but it's been bothering me now, like, all day. It's so unoriginal. Everything is so unoriginal.
What do you want the streets to be in the restaurants to be named?
I like street names that are, like, full human names. Like,
Like
I think I
Clarence?
saw a street name before. It was, like, Nancy May Lane.
Oh, I love those.
We passed the Joe Biden Expressway in Pennsylvania. That's awesome.
Yeah, those are fun.
No. It's fucking North Street. Come on, where's Cody Armstrong Lane? Another
There's a
thing.
Cody Lane up near us.
Armstrong.
Cody Road.
When I was driving home in South Carolina, me and Viv passed the Armstrong Inn.
It was designed how I said it was.
Yep. So whoever listened to the episode and made it into a business, I would like a share of it, please.
I gotta listen to that again because I don't remember how we laid it out.
I had a new
I have
idea.
a list.
I had a new idea for a segment, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
Snack time.
Bring it
No,
back.
but it is your segment.
Oh shit.
Every episode, me, Josh, and Trebek come up with one topic, and you have a minute to talk about it. But I want to, I don't know if it's gonna work because it could be anything.
An
But
on the spot
I don't
speech
know.
is crazy.
I don't know if Cody could talk about it because he's gonna go. It's good. I agree.
What if he doesn't know about it though?
Yeah. Is that
Have
where
the
we?
whole
Is that where
list.
we
Oh my
discuss
God,
it
have
with
you
each other?
It's
I didn't
the whole
realize,
Armstrong.
I didn't
Inn.
realize that he
Oh
took
my God.
notes about it.
Well,
That's not a bad idea.
and then
just
we give
like
him
a
we give him
minute
a
speech.
minute, a mini podcast, a mini segment. It's called the Armstrong angle.
The Armstrong.
Well, why wouldn't it be both of us?
Because it's about you, okay?
Cody's corner then.
Ooh.
Okay.
8.
I thought about that, but it was. I mean, we could do Cody's corner, I guess.
It makes
Oof.
more sense. Because he's not the only Armstrong.
Okay. Should we come up with one together, or should somebody?
Ditching the Diglios.
Huh?
Ditching the Diglios, and then it's us two.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. I can talk.
Oh, I know.
Shut up, Brett.
Okay. It's now time for our newest segment.
Ditching the Diglios.
What the hell?
Bye.
We're so left out now.
Bye.
I
All
don't
right,
know.
Josh. What? What do we want
And then you
Nathan
guys,
talk about for
you
a
guys
minute?
have your own thing.
You guys need to like structure this though, like.
Yeah.
Keeping up with the Diglios. And then
Okay.
ditching the
I'm getting
Diglios.
this from What Say You, because the Q is just saying Sal, what say you this, and then Sal can just go on about it. They're not Sal, but
Oh.
it could be funny. Because you literally say Sal jewelry, and Sal just starts laughing like he knows something.
Yeah, but
Right?
they're gonna have those rich stories that Sal has.
Oh my god, she heard the Wii story,
That episode is so good.
dude.
Oh,
I want to just retell the story.
Our podcast is a shell of that.
I think we're doing good.
I don't. I actually can't come up with a topic. though.
Also, since we've been taking a break, any albums that were announced on the last episode or that are not getting done, we need to revise the music.
How many times have we done that?
We want
At
to,
least 3 times.
dude. We're not even 100 episodes in. We wanna
That's true.
Our podcast is still very, very young. We have lots of years and episodes to go.
We do.
Amen, brother.
Okay, so, Josh, what do we say for ditching the Diglios?
How about wrestling?
Like an arena. Like make my own arena.
You guys said you got a minute to talk about whatever you want.
You should talk about MMA, bro.
No, wait, hold on. I don't think we should do wrestling.
That's not wrestling.
I'm trying to think. I just looked at the TV and I
It's
thought of
it's
it.
related in a way.
I got it. I'm gonna go on my phone. I'm gonna scroll through Instagram, and the first advertisement that comes up is gonna be the product they're talking
Can
about.
we have 30 seconds? I don't want to talk
Yeah.
the whole time.
It's a minute. Since there's 2 of you, it's a minute.
Shoot.
But there's
Okay.
2 of us, so it should be 30 seconds.
It's gonna go on Instagram.
Man, bro. This is scary. This is like a pop quiz on the spot speech. This
All
is
right.
scary.
Josh,
Yes.
close your eyes.
Hope
You
it's
think
a-
that's good? The
It's a
the
jewel.
product.
Sure.
It's a jewel.
Okay. Cody and Trebek,
Oh.
you guys have a minute to talk about bone-in chicken wings.
Bone.
Your minute
in
starts
chicken wings?
now.
What?
I don't know.
You can't just spring that on us. and
Bone-in
then
Fine,
say,
chicken
fine,
wings are
fine.
terrible.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one.
Boneless wings are so much better.
Yes.
I'm done.
That's it.
That's my minute.
What? I'm gonna have to agree with that.
See, I'm not even the one agreeing.
I'm not done yet. I swear.
you're the one that just said you were done. I try, right? I try to do something new.
And you know I don't
you,
yap.
You picked a random thing and then sprung it on us and said, "Go." I need
and
time
you say
to
with
think.
structure. I'm not Sal.
I could go on for about anything for 10 minutes.
Boneless wings.
Boneless wings.
Boneless wings. Boneless
no,
wings.
bone-in wings.
Bone-in wings. Oh, bone-in wings are so stupid. Think about you. You have a chicken, right?
I'm sorry, I'm not a professional hater.
And you want to leave the bone in, and you
Get this
are
bone in.
so caveman-like that you're going to eat the thing off the bone and then suck the bone clean. It's a bone. You know how fucking gross that is? Think about sucking a human bone.
Yeah, but what about
Some
bone
people
broth?
like that.
What about bone broth?
Ooh.
It's different though. You're not eating the
You're getting the
it's different
juices
because
from the
you have a bone. I don't eat bone broth, but at least it's a liquid. It's a bone. There's nothing. It's not like they didn't like clean it or anything. It's just a bone.
Most people aren't gnawing on it like a dog. They just eat the chicken
They
around
suck
it
it
and-
off the bone.
Not everyone sucks it off the bone.
Most people who eat bone and wings do.
Do you suck it off the bone when you have them?
I have never in my life eaten a bone and wing.
Can we
I'm
name the
serious.
episode? Suck
Personally,
it
I
off
don't
the
mess with
bone?
that because I want to eat the whole thing. I don't fuck with taking stuff out. Fuck that shit.
Right.
Boneless
You
wings
have
aren't
boneless
wings.
I agree with
Boneless.
Well, they're just nuggets.
you. I agree.
Big
I agree with
nuts.
that take.
And boneless wings suck.
They're like jumbo nuggets.
I mean, technically, it is a wing because it's the part of the chicken. But I know what you're saying.
Like it's not like, I don't know. I don't like. I'll eat wings off a bone.
But you would prefer it, right? If you had to pick bone in or boneless,
Bone in.
What?
that's so gross.
How about this is the new thing?
Hold on.
you
hold
search
hold
up
hold
one topic.
Wait, stop
We just
talking.
pick something and then we all decide.
Bro, wait,
Like
wait,
a
wait. We're not-
podcast, dude. You guys should do that.
Wait, did it
It's
stop
not even
recording?
going anymore.
Oh my god.
Storage full.
Baby's first podcast.
Guys,
Get away from
we just
Oh.
discovered how a podcast works.
That's so footy.
help.
Oh.
Farted.
Can we talk about farting?
Okay.
We've
we're
done
good.
that a couple
I
times.
think it just recorded that whole thing, but it said it paused, so it heard all that. Okay, well,
Did it record it or not?
I think it did, yeah. Because
Put
it
the
just resumed.
fries
and
in
The time
the
was 30
bag.
seconds later. You guys just heard what happened.
Put the fries in the
You guys just
bag.
heard what happens in the off time of when it stops recording.
This episode should be called Behind the Scenes.
Ow! You just kicked me in the temple.
Wait a minute. Why is it called a temple?
What?
Why is like a temple a place that you worship at, and also the side of your head?
There's a lot of words that have two meanings. Stop.
Garrett Temple.
Word origin. I don't know.
Why is it called a temple?
It's just what it is.
Wait, which thing?
I'm looking it up. I'm seeing what comes up.
There's probably word.
Maybe it's because the
origin.
head is so important that it's like a temple, like the part of it.
Like you gotta protect it.
Mm.
It's a
Like, the
sacred
things on the
building.
inside are
It
sacred.
is sacred.
It's an ancient. It's a sacred building for worship. So why is the side of your head called that?
I thought it was the
'cause
back
it's
of your head.
sacred.
No, the temple is like. The temple
Yeah,
is
your
like-
temple's
It's
on
on
the
both
side.
sides though, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
little like soft spot.
It's the
Maybe it's
found.
like you have to protect it because soft spots.
How does a baby's soft spot get hard?
It just
The
develops.
bone
the bone
grows.
What?
That was a really fucking dumb question, dude.
Dude,
The bones fuse
you were
together.
literally a baby once. How do you not know it happened to you?
Yeah, you
I
were
was-
literally a baby.
I was just like
bro.
a drooling idiot.
Dude, think about.
Baby, like 25 years.
You mean
I don't
35?
remember those dark days.
I think my earliest memory was when I was 4.
One day I just like
My early-
realized I was
my earliest
alive.
memories when I slipped
weekend.
and got my
Like what day
scar
did you
on
just
my
realize you were
face.
alive?
It's my favorite story ever.
It's so weird.
I got a
But you
Polly
don't
Pocket.
realize it until now. Like we don't. Oh,
I can remember the first day of kindergarten vividly.
me too.
Oh, I can't. I probably did.
Cody can't remember what he ate for breakfast.
I
Look
remember
at him.
preschool.
Preschool.
Ooh, preschool is peak.
Me too. 'Cause preschool-
My most vivid memory when I was young is when I slipped and fell
you're gonna
and cut my
talk, you need
face
to use the
open.
mic.
Thanksgiving.
I fell down the stairs on my scooter.
There's so much going on right now. You tell her that, but like really like sternly.
No,
Come on,
dude,
it's funny.
you yell at her.
No.
Go to the bathroom and take a shit. I can smell you farting from here.
Wait, what do we start with? Bone in wings, and then
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
This might be a good segment.
But how do we get to the
just
temple?
search a random thing up.
I think this is just how a podcast works. You find something to talk about and then you talk about it.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
but we have to find it on the spot.
Right.
So we branch off.
should've just kept talking.
well, he's the one who said it. He's the one who said.
No,
we
I didn't
started-
ask about the segment. I asked what we started talking about.
We started talking
Bone
about
and
bone and wings,
wings.
and then we somehow got to a baby soft spot,
Cause the temple.
'Cause
and then we
temple.
got to our memories.
Yeah.
How did we get to a temple though?
Because you
The
got
bone.
kicked
Because
in. You got kicked in the temple.
temple.
Oh, so you don't have to kick me in it again.
Do you think ribs are gross on the bone?
ribs are disgusting?
No,
I
come
like
on.
rat.
Ribs are amazing.
I don't even like corn on the cob. It's like the corn's
It's not a
bone.
bone.
What is it? You
What's
can't
your
eat
issue
the
with
cob.
bone?
It's just like
It's like wood.
It's a little weird though. No, it put me off when we had it.
wait, what is a cob?
The only reason you don't like it is
The
because
wood.
I
The
was
wo-
at the top.
I
You know-
sucked that shit clean.
No, you didn't.
You know we have a peach tree in our backyard,
What? Oh wait, yeah.
and it has fungus on it.
Nice.
Oh my god, that just vibrated the whole
Yeah, I got a text. Did everybody hear it?
Oh no!
Oh.
You just farted so loud and it was like.
Wait, I thought it was your phone vibrating. Wait, did your phone vibrate?
Yes.
No,
Yes, it did after.
Oh, okay. I heard
After.
that.
Stop.
no, that was his fart.
No, my phone vibrated right after it.
No.
Right.
Yes, it did. Look.
I heard the phone.
Bank of America, your balance is low.
I've seen that before.
Broke boy.
Stop.
What? I'm just rubbing your leg.
Okay, what is a corn cob?
I don't know. It's just a thing that it.
Ear.
It's not an ear. It's a cob.
Your
This is an
ear is
ear.
on your head. What?
Mhm.
What's an ear of corn?
The corn thing. Yep. Mhm.
The leaf.
Wait,
The
does
shit
corn?
you
Does,
eat?
where does corn grow? Does it grow in the ground or on the tree?
It goes in the ground and it
Dude.
becomes a stalk.
Dude,
A
think
corn
about a
stalk.
corn maze.
Yeah, are you stupid?
It's a
Do
bush.
you think it grows off a tree?
Pineapples grow out of the ground. Fun fact. They're not trees. Mm.
What
Wait.
nuts grow on a tree?
Walnuts.
Tree nuts.
Mm.
Oh, you know what else I was thinking about? What?
Why did you have that like anime character
What?
voice?
What? Why was peanut a peanut allergy so much like more there as a kid? Like, do that many
Teachers
people
cared about it more.
do that many people grow out of it though? I feel like so many more people had them.
I think.
Or
it's-
did you just know about them because they were all segregated?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, because now schools just, like, don't let you bring peanut products as a whole.
But I
You
feel
don't
like
really know the kids that are allergic.
adults don't really have peanut allergies though. Kids just grow out of it.
Can't you? Well, don't you like if you expose your kid to peanuts early enough, they can like
Mhm.
tolerate it.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking. I don't
But
know.
also,
You can.
How are you gonna like? It's not like you just like see adults everywhere just like avoiding peanut.
But even I don't know. I
I think it was more of like adults had to let the kids know so they didn't bring lunch. But when you're adult, you control yourself, so you make your own decisions.
Imagine
so you're
never
like,
having
okay,
to be
this
able to have
place
peanut
uses
butter.
peanuts.
That
Let
sounds
me
terrible.
not eat there.
Like peanut butter is so good.
sun butter's better. Sun butter is really good.
Sun butter. Almond
What
butter
is
is
it?
good.
Sun butter was bus.
Almond butter is good.
Don't go away, but at least reduce down to like, oh, it only really affects me if I eat it, not like, oh, it affects me if it's in the air.
That's ridiculous. If the peanut butter's in the room, the kid's throats close.
That's so pathetic, dude. Just open it back up.
Do you like, what's it called? Like chunky peanut butter?
It's good.
I feel like it's slept on. Like I feel like I don't like.
If you're gonna talk, you need to talk into the mic. Yes, you do. We'll just get you a mic.
Fluff or nut.
You have to talk into the mic.
You know what cookies are underrated? Nutter butters.
You know what cookies are underrated? Lucky Charms Pillsbury cookies.
What the fuck is that?
Why they're underrated.
Where does sun butter come from? The sun?
Isn't it from
Sunflowers.
Sunflower
Sunflower
seeds.
Yeah. The sun.
It's called sun butter. It's not called sunflower butter.
Yeah.
If you look at any picture of sun butter, it has a big sunflower on it.
I've never seen a picture of sun butter. I've just eaten it.
On the label.
I don't look at the label.
Well, if you took the time out of your
Butter,
day,
butter is good.
your question would
Real
be
shit,
answered.
dude.
You think you could eat a stick of butter in a minute?
That's so gross.
No, I would throw up. I probably.
That's an eat segment.
You can be on eats then.
A stick of butter.
I can't have that.
Wait, why?
His kidneys will fail.
It's just a plot
I'll
to
get
kill
diabetes
Cody.
the next day.
Did you see that they have successfully reversed diabetes in a lab?
Yeah, me.
Really?
I'm serious, yeah. In China, I think.
It'll never.
They
make its way
successfully
over.
reversed type 1 and type 2.
It'll probably never make its way over here because of the industry.
The greed.
Yeah.
See what they're trying to say? Like there's a second wave of coronavirus coming from China again.
She said they're trying to say there's a second wave of coronavirus coming from China.
It'll never affect the world the same way though, because everyone's gonna be like, I don't care anymore. I'm not falling for that.
I
again."
still see people wearing masks, which is crazy.
I see sometimes people in their own car with it, and I wonder if they're like doing Uber, like if they're driving around somebody.
I should start driving Uber. And I should record a segment with like a random person.
I'm sure that would go over well.
Hey, I'm recording a podcast while I take you to your destination while you're paying me to do it.
So
So
the
Well,
weather.
the weather's been shit. It rains every
It's
goddamn
raining
day.
every day. I'm so.
This happened last summer too. And it's
We
The
were in a
last
drought.
3 days have been the best days.
Well, yeah. Well, next week's gonna be like in the 80s, because like last week it was like in the
Thank God.
50s. Do you remember those days when it was like 50
Yeah.
for like 3 days in a row?
I went in the pool. I went in Morgan's pool and it was like 60.
That's not bad. The good weather's like 65. Once it
Dude.
gets to like 70, it's kind of hot.
I
It's
want
so-
to go
it's-
swimming.
It's so hot and humid in South Carolina.
What are your guys' opinions on swimming? I think it's underrated.
I hate swimming. I
Lay.
I hate going in the pool.
Swimming is probably the best exercise you can do.
I love
Straight
it.
up swimming is so boring.
As soon as finals are over, I'm swimming.
Pool
But, like,
basketball.
the pool is fun.
Swimming is hard. The pool is fun, yeah.
Yeah. Pool.
I love the pool. Think about how it's just a big square or rectangle of water.
Yeah, but think about how much piss is in it.
Ew.
What if-
pee?
Not your own pool though.
We gotta fill the pool. We gotta fill the pool.
The chlorine will
Do you
kill
piss
it.
in the pool?
I don't know.
I used to.
Josh doesn't go in the water.
I just can't. Like, I feel like there's bacteria in it. I don't like
There's
it.
chlorine in
There's
there.
chlorine.
I know, but like, I don't know.
There's probably more in the water you drink.
Chlorine.
No, bacteria.
Yeah.
Wait, are we filling our pool up?
I don't know why you want to go in there.
No, but I thought it was like broken.
It's not broken, but
Wasn't there a leak in it?
I don't know.
Why?
Trampoline.
Why do we get it for one summer and never use it? And you know he's gonna say that you have to take care of it if you want it.
It's expensive.
If he brings it back, then people have to use it.
I'll use it, but I
used it all last year.
I'll use.
Have you looked into it?
last year.
I'll break
Whenever
in.
it was last fall.
Have you went out there and looked in it? It's
yeah,
disgusting.
I wish I to see if I see like a froggy or something. But
It's actually kind of clean. The only thing that's down there is just like stuff that fell from the trees.
go in there then.
For what? Just to walk around. Oh, I saw. You know that thing you ran over with the lawnmower last year? A
Yeah.
newt? That's a
A
lizard.
mole. The mole.
Yeah, I saw one today
Where?
in the
You
backyard.
ran over a mole.
Dude.
It's like a little. Oh yeah. A
Dude.
a newt. It's a little
See
fat black
moles? They're
thing.
so cute.
Bro.
Well, it was a mole that I saw. It was black.
I thought a shrew was like a little mouse with like a long nose.
Yeah, the thing I saw was black, and it was built like Junie but small.
That's a mole. I
Moles
killed
are
one
so
last year.
cute.
I didn't see it. I just saw it running across the yard.
Oh, I think it was a
It looked like
mouse.
it was like as big as a Twinkie.
Okay, so here's the story of how I killed a mole. And
Oh.
with the.
You didn't kill a mole.
Okay, I killed a little rodent in the yard. It doesn't really matter.
There's
what it
another
is.
thing. A mole can be a growth on your face, and
It's
it
a
can also
sh-
be an animal.
It's a shrew, not a shroot.
A chemistry
Or like-
measurement.
or like a rat in your group. Like,
Oh, yeah.
a chemistry
Yeah.
measurement.
and a
Mole.
snake.
All right, continue.
It's called a homophone.
Okay.
Words that sound the same but have different meanings. Fun fact. Fun fact.
My cat is named after deli meat.
Do you guys want to hear the story of how I killed a rodent in the yard
Yeah?
last year?
Is it really much of a story?
Well, yeah, there was plot to it.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of plot. Okay, hold on.
No.
Wait, what? Okay, you go.
Get back.
Go.
Okay, so last year there was a bunch of holes in the yard, and these rodents, whatever they were running in and out the holes, right? But they're blind, so they can't see. So I think the vibrations of the lawnmower, like in the ground, bothered it. So every time I would go near it, it would run out the hole, then it would run back in. Eventually, I mowed over the hole, and it tried to run out of the hole right when I was over it.
Think about it, like
So then I
looking
looked
up
out-
and just seeing the blade. Well, I know
I
it's
looked down
blind,
at my
but-
feet, and there it was, all over the yard. It didn't shoot out or anything,
All
but it was
over
there,
the
and it was
yard.
ripped open. It looked like it had like those like tapioca bubbles.
Did you eat it?
Did I eat it? Dude, I was so mad. I was so mad at it because I didn't want to kill it.
I was so mad at it.
Maybe it
It's
wanted
like
to
the
die.
game.
It might have wanted to. And last year I also saw a snake in the yard. And I had a dude, for anybody that doesn't know, I am very afraid of snakes. Like I can't even look at them without getting goosebumps. So
Snakes are greedy.
I am so scared of snakes. But so seeing one in the yard, it was the tiniest snake ever. It was like the size of a pencil.
Why
but-
didn't you run that over?
Because I didn't want to like see it dead. I still don't want to kill it, even though I'm afraid of it. I'm just scared of it.
Do you ever
But
see
it-
a dead bird when you're walking and like almost step on it?
Cody almost stepped on one yesterday on our run.
I hate that.
I did?
Yeah.
His life wasn't worthy.
Cody ran 2 miles
Mhm.
yesterday. Well,
More like max 1.5 miles.
you did not run a mile and a half. You ran like point. Is it?
I said max.
I farted.
No, I ran past a full mile. I
You
did more than a
stopped.
full mile.
You
Well,
ran
not
more than a mile,
consistent.
but not consecutively. Okay.
He and I do, bro.
What about Cody's basketball arc?
But yeah, Cody is also. Go ahead.
Did you have fun that day, Cody?
Yeah, I
There was-
played today too.
There was too many people though. It's fun when we play 3v3 and there's not like so many people
No,
out
I
there.
like when I could take a break.
Yeah, but 3v3 is just like it's not too little, but it's not too much. It's like
Grindy.
yeah, those games are so fun.
We'll play again next week.
We got to get not as many people though.
We just need 9, because then we can have a team of 3 sit.
Dude,
Anything more than 9 is
3?
It's fine. We'll just play short games. Okay,
To 1.
so recently, I've been wanting to write a book for a long time. And I had a couple ideas for what I wanted to write, but it never really had any structure. But then a weeks ago, maybe a week and a half ago, Josh just blurted out the randomest thing in our group chat ever. And we just started talking about it and giving it lore. So I have started to write about the plot of the story is that Cody and our cat Ham from Ham's Big Adventure are bounty hunters, and Ham walks on 2 feet. So
Does he wear like a? Does
he wears
wear
like a
suit?
vest. Cody wears a suit with boxers.
Nice.
But there's a reason he wears just the boxers, but we'll get to that in the later parts of the book.
We're not there yet.
Oh my god, I could talk about like what's planned for the plot of the book on the podcast. And then when the book comes out and I'm like a big best-selling author with like a Nobel Peace Prize or whatever,
The worst selling author of America.
then everybody can come back to this and be like the
International
original
Quan
plans.
Mills.
So it has been requested that I read what I have written so far out loud to the podcast.
It's 2 paragraphs.
So now I'm going to do that. Mind you, I have never written before. Even in high school when we had to write stuff, I was so bad at it and I would just like cheat my way through it.
Get it on.
So I'm going to read it now.
Why are you building it up like it's like Shakespeare?
It's 2 paragraphs, man.
No, I'm saying it like it's going to be bad.
This is gonna be peak. I know it.
I only have 2 paragraphs done. I just have the intro.
And there we were, waiting for him.
Well, it doesn't. We'll just go to it.
Is it first person or third person?
It's narrated.
Fire.
There's a narrator. Actually, he introduces himself.
Third person.
What's his name?
I like.
You'll find out.
My name is.
Okay. The book Shrek, you can't read it. You have to let me read it to
I'm
everybody.
just looking at what it. Damn. Can't even be nosy anymore. Damn.
Okay, the book is called War Pigs. Cody and Ham are the War Pigs. It's a reference to the song.
Wait, before you start, War Pigs, is that the name of the series or like just book 1?
Well,
Book 1.
book 1 is the name. It's the book 1. It's like, you know how like when the first ever Star Wars came out, it was just Star Wars. It's kind of like that.
Are you?
So War Pigs Adventures of whatever?
It's gonna be like War Pigs is the first one, and then if I make a second one, it'll be like War Pigs, and then like.
is their
colon.
duo like? Are they called the War Pigs? Is that their duo? Like, is that their like? They're
yeah,
known as
but
like.
they don't. They're not known as that. It's just what the narrator calls them.
Okay.
Because you'll kind of see.
Oh,
Okay.
So we have a name. Like,
Well, you
by
guys-
the
you-
civilians.
You guys in the story are like, this happened like hundreds of years ago. So you guys in the story have been like your guys' story have been passed down.
You're legends.
You guys are legends pretty much. And then it's all
I'm a
told
legend.
through the eyes of this one guy, and that was the entire series. I already decided will be told through the story of this one guy.
You're
Like,
never
On
gonna
my
do a
box says
prequel?
Orange.
No, there's definitely a prequel, but the prequel might not be a book. It might just be a couple of chapters in this book because it might be important to
a
the end of the book.
flashback.
The
And you can do both perspectives of the same
flashback is
scene.
crazy.
The flashback of why Cody doesn't have any pants on. We already know why. Hold on, I'll read it and then we can talk about some ideas. Okay. The first word of the book is shit. I'll just read it. Okay.
Wait, is the S capital? Like,
yeah, it's gonna be
okay.
big. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? Shit, Ham says as his jetpack loses fuel 30 feet from the ground.
Dude, I'm just looking at him right now, picturing him in a jetpack.
Is he bigger or the same size?
No, he's the same size. He just walks on 2 feet.
He's like the raccoon in Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
So far in the first sentence of the book, everybody's hooked.
Yeah.
He's
that's
about
a
to
great,
free fall
that's a
30
great
feet from the
intro.
ground. All right.
Like, is he trying to activate his jetpack and it's just like sparking?
Yeah, he's like hitting. He's like shit. Like. But also, just for when the movies come out, it'll be known, but you won't really know it in the books. Ham has a British accent.
So you
Is
gotta
there-
read his lines in a British accent.
I'm not doing that.
You
All right.
have to.
And then Ham in all caps, I'm coming in hot. And then Cody, I'm only saying who says what because you have to read the quotations to know who's saying it, but you would be able to see if you're reading it. Cody says, "You know cats always land on their feet." Ham replies, "Just catch me, you jackass." Ham exclaims over the pager. Laughing, Cody looks up and sees the white and gray feline falling through the hot, dry desert sky.
This immediately establishes their dynamic.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He puts his arms out and Ham lands right on top of Cody's head, causing him to fall into the sand. "You son of a bitch, you need to learn how to land in my arms." I already know how to do it, as he laughs at Cody while helping him up. "Dust yourself off. We're going to lunch with Kit." That's the first paragraph.
So after he almost falls to his death, they're going to lunch.
Well, they just like they have that kind of relationship. They're like snickering with each other, because Ham purposely knocks Cody down, even though Cody's saving him. You see,
greedy.
I think the first paragraph's good. I established the dynamic. You can already tell
Yeah.
that they're partners, right? But they're because then once you get to like the backstory, it's gonna be so sappy. But
It's
the book's
good.
not sappy. Some of it is like when. Like in episode 6 when Cody gets shot in the head. I'm just kidding.
Wait, that was a
that
joke,
doesn't
though.
happen. Okay.
Remember my description of it though?
No,
Dude.
wait. That can be like the explicit book.
This is like a PG. It's like a PG 14. All right. That was the first paragraph. Second paragraph starts in it's italicized or however you say it
Mhm.
because it starts a new speaker. I don't know how grammar works, so I kind of
Mhm.
just I'm sorry I haven't introduced myself. I'm Donnie. These stories have been passed down through generations of Kilgorians. I've spent a lot of my retirement telling these stories to people all over, so now I've decided to use this journal so my stories can be shared when I am no longer here. Enough with boring you. That's not why I'm writing this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the story of the once great war pigs.
Ooh, ew.
Is he that
Chills.
species? Whatever you just said.
Yeah, they're from the planet Kilgore. I made it up. It was
Mm.
just a name I thought of. I don't know why. It's probably
Kilgore.
from something, but
I like it. It's good.
I don't know how to kickstart like the story because I had the backstory. Like the first paragraph is easy to make, but
Yeah.
Well,
he-
you said
he
they're
was
going to lunch.
Established a dynamic.
They're going to
a
lunch. Oh yeah, they gotta go to
backstory.
lunch. Kit's one of their friends, but he's another cat.
Nice.
What does he look like?
The Fortnite cat.
Kit's like he's black, and then he has a pink like circle around one of his eyes. It's a
Does he have
birthmark.
like a? Does he like walk around in like a? Like, you know how a Kit in Fortnite has like a machine?
No, he doesn't.
So we're not copying Fortnite.
No, I just needed a name.
You should
But
give
you
him
gave
a
me
med
that name
kit.
not from Fortnite. You gave me the name.
I gave you
from
the name
Game of
because of-
Thrones.
You should
Yeah.
dress him as a nurse. Like with a med kit.
Can we have Kit use a sword then for the Game of Thrones reference?
Yeah, he can.
Okay.
Every character can be like it could be a nod. No one will ever know. It's not copying. It's just a nod.
Yeah. It's close.
Donnie's
right at
not,
the end of the
Donnie's
book.
not anything. He's just narrator. And Donnie's like 70. Like the movie starts with him like by the fire, like opening the book, and then it zooms into the book. Oh my god. I really just need to. I need these books to blow up so I can.
The only problem with that, I would say,
Phil?
is like you already know before you even get invested in the story, you already know that it's like over. So you know, like, unless there's a big twist, like, you know they're all dead already. You know what I'm trying to say?
What about Star Wars? A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. They're all fucking dead.
Yeah, I know, but like it's not as outwardly like explained that. You know what I'm saying? Or no?
I don't think it matters.
You don't think so? Like if
Everybody dies one day, anyways.
I know, but it's like in a show, it's like not that we're I like in a show, it's like
But it's kind of supposed to be the same as Star Wars. Because every time I see that in Star Wars, it's like, oh, these people are all long dead.
Mm.
Think about how good the prequels were. You know
Yeah.
who's dead and who's not.
that's true. You're right. Don't listen to me.
Well, I listen to you.
No,
I definitely need ideas though. Like I need everybody to help me with like what's gonna happen. But
Well, we have ideas for the first.
we already know. So Kit has a sword. We know what Ham's weapon is. I think maybe book 2 could be a whole story about how they got that weapon, because that weapon's gonna be really important.
Yeah,
in
well, I
book
think what we
3.
do is lay out the basic like stories, and then we go and like fill in the details, like Kit's sword and stuff like that.
That's what Trebek was saying. Make an outline
Yeah.
and then put all the hard details in between it.
Yeah, you make a plot timeline for when you want each thing to happen after each other, and then you make little lines in between of some filler stuff you want.
So
What's their end goal? They're bounty hunters, but what's like
Bounty.
is that just how they make their money?
of this story?
Yeah.
Oh well, it's just like their jobs, right? But of this story, they have the guy, right? The Midas guy, the Storm guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But, so we have to give him a name. But what happens is he tries to kill one of the people on the Senate. But one of the people on the Senate is Ham's mom.
Oh my
Oh
days.
yeah.
I feel like he should-
Ham's mom is a human, remember? And his dad is a cat.
His dad's a cat with a mustache.
Yeah, well, he's a Kilgorian, right?
Yeah.
But so we have that, but it becomes a personal case. So there's a lot of conflicts with like Cody and Ham, because Cody's trying to tell Ham to like not take the case because it's personal, but Ham insists on it. But Cody always has to back him.
Can
And-
we put in an evil Cody at some point?
That could be like
villain.
that's a good
there's a
episode
bounty
3.
hunter. There's
Like
a
the
bounty hunter who
clones.
clones somebody.
Episode 3's got to be the. Oh my
Clone
God.
Wars. Star Wars.
And then it could be
I have
in-
a perfect idea.
What?
There's a way to like make it so that. Okay, how can I explain this? When the clone Cody gets introduced, no one knows it's a clone, and then you can do the death fake out with him getting shot in the head.
Oh my
I
God.
just don't know how we get there yet.
He's like, oh, I'm
I
back,
I know
guys.
what. Okay,
What is
this is not. This is in the near. This is far away, right? But evil
Galaxy.
Cody kidnaps the real Cody, and then goes to Ham. And because it's just a clone, it's kind of just like a robot. So the guy who makes the clones makes an example out of the clone, and makes Ham think that Cody died.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And that could open the book. And I could write it in the perspective of nobody knows it's a clone.
Mhm.
So people
feel
think
like-
that in the beginning of the book, Cody gets shot and killed.
I feel like for the podcast,
Love
like
this.
we could have. You know how we would do 2 episodes? I feel like one episode each week could just be the book like writing.
The book brainstorming session.
Yeah. But yeah, the clone's a good idea. The first villain is the Storm guy, right?
Yeah. So the first, I just have to figure out how to get there, because I'm not. This is not just gonna be like a 10-page thing. I want to write like a full like 100-page
A novel.
Yeah, that's what I
You-
want to do.
You can also put like the pictures, like the full page of pictures. No, you could do me.
Maybe
and
every
him
now and then, but
having lunch with Kit.
I already told him I know what I want the cover of the first book to be. It's them sitting on a ledge, and it's shot of from their back. They're sitting off the ledge, and it shows like a whole landscape of the planet.
Do,
Yeah.
Like when
Do
in
pictures.
miles.
Do pictures.
It's not on Earth, or is it?
No, it's on Kilgore. That's the
Okay.
planet.
Okay.
The guy telling the story is just a Kilgorian. They don't do a lot of planet travel. It's not like Star Wars, but they could do some later.
Do they look
on.
like humans though?
Well, there's cats and
Yeah, the Kilgorians do. But it's one of those things where there's like others like
it's like regular show.
Kilgorians. You know, it's kind of like you know BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Viv got me watching that. It's pretty good.
I watched like the first season, but I never got to like when it actually gets.
Dude,
good.
it's like dark. It's not. It's like such a dark show.
I know.
Mm.
But I don't know. I've been wanting to write a book. I told Cody I've been wanting to write a book for so long. And I had a couple ideas. I wanted to write like a horror book,
Mm. Those are fun.
but I didn't really have like I don't think I can make it scary.
We can make one of the villains a horror villain.
Well, no, now that I have this whole idea, I feel like there's could be just like a
Sci-fi.
whole world.
Mhm.
And I'll take like stuff from Star Wars.
You
I
could
don't
do
want
like
to
a Jigsaw type of villain.
Ooh.
We could do that,
That's
but
good.
you can make it so fun. Like
Mm.
we could do a murder mystery book.
I'm
with them.
writing one of those, man. Mm.
But the first book has its
Mm.
plot. They need to take down this guy who can control the weather. But he tried to kill Ham's mom, so it gets personal.
Why does he try to kill Ham's mom?
Because Ham's mom is on the Senate. So he was trying to send a message to the governor.
What's
Mm.
the Senate though?
Like just like the board, like under the governor there's
Of the
like
planet?
no, of their territory. I'll figure all that out.
Okay.
There could maybe on the planet there could be like
There has to be a good reason, because like otherwise it just makes
How's-
like it can't just be for
Yeah.
plot convenience that
like
he
Ham and Cody.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have no problem writing them, right? But
Like, you have to
gotta
say that
write
he-
a good villain.
One-
he
yeah.
tries to destroy like the whole Senate and she's in it.
Yeah,
He doesn't target just her. You know what I mean?
You gotta make sure there's no like plot holes with the villains.
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking about today. Like plot holes.
Because I hate watching a show and I'm just like, this is
I mean,
stupid.
yeah. One thing when you start writing is you need to make sure you have everything set out for each person so you know like, oh, this is what I want their personality to be, so I want them to act like this. You have to plan all of that out before you start writing, because then once you start writing, if you switch it up, then you have to switch all of the writing. So you like I like to make a guide. I get like stock images of what I think they'd look like. I'll write descriptions like physical descriptions, emotional descriptions, mental, like what's their mental state during this. I'll do all that good stuff.
You could generate
Before
Midas
writing.
on ChatGPT.
I probably should do that instead of just starting writing. It'd
Yeah,
probably make
like
it
I
easier.
literally like I make things on it.
You should make like, you basically do like a, I don't know if it's called a storyboard, but you just like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you take each character and just like describe them a little bit just to get like pictures in your head.
It's like Ham and Cody.
You can
I
see
could just write them as themselves, right? Because think about if Ham could talk, their dynamic, how funny it would be. Especially if they were bounty hunters, right? Ham has a
just
jetpack.
look at him.
I would imagine Ham's got like a Wild West theme.
Mm.
He wears like he doesn't wear a
Cowboy.
cowboy hat,
Like
but he has
almost
like
the
the vest.
Mandalorian kind of.
But he has a British accent.
Yeah, and a
He's
mustache.
a British cowboy.
No, Cody wears the suit.
One
I
thing.
feel like he should have a thin mustache and his dad should have a thick mustache.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is they live on a desert planet, so Ham kind of
the
dresses for like the
exposition
desert.
was beautiful.
You could have
Dynamic
multiple outfits,
setting. Mm.
I think I did a good job with the first
Backstory.
paragraph. No,
Yes.
now that I read it out loud,
Exposition.
Yeah.
Mm.
the hardest part about this is like dictating who talks within the quotation marks. I'm just doing back to back like quotation marks.
Well, not everything has to be talking. You could do like when you're talking about it yourself. Like
The narrator can just say Ham did this, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then you describe a bunch of stuff without like there doesn't have to be quotes every time. Like not everything has to be a conversation.
Maybe you can do like he says enthusiastically or something and then another quote. It doesn't have to be back to back.
Mm.
Like let's say if you're describing like action scenes and stuff, like there's not going to be a lot of talking.
no, yeah, I know. So I guess I'll open the book with them.
They go to lunch with Kit and like immediately like they should see something outside happening. Like that's when the
Like
weather.
a fucking tornado rolling in.
Yeah, that's when the like a.
And then
like
we get a
taxi-
call.
A taxi goes like flying through the air.
But here's my problem. How do I stretch this out? Because I'm that literally. I don't know how a page looks like in a book. I'm using a Google Doc because that's just the easiest thing to use. But
You
to
can
translate that into a
Depends on how
book,
big the page is.
I think you can format it. Can't you go in there
Yeah.
and go to like the page setup?
yeah, I have it like that. But I need to get to the point like. How do I stretch like that before the tornado rolls in? If I'm writing a book like that, the whole conversation needs to be like 2 pages. How do I do that?
Well, it's just banter. It's just like
yeah.
they're so okay. How are they getting to lunch with him? Like where are they? How are they getting there? Are they walking? Are they taking a?
I guess I could give some like backstory.
Yeah, like just describe. You have to build the world as much as possible, so that when you're reading it, you can picture it in your head.
That's the one thing I don't really like reading. But that's the one thing I like about books is when you read something and there's
I
no
don't like reading, but I'm gonna write a book.
Well,
writing's
I
different
get
than
it,
reading it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's my own creation, right? But the one of the things I really enjoy about reading when I do read is if there's not a movie to it and or you haven't seen it, the way your mind just pictures it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's so like everybody's is so different. Like, and then you see if there is a movie, then you see the movie and you're like, this is
Yeah, if
not
they make a
accurate.
movie, then you're like, this ruined it for me.
Can I narrate
Sometimes
the audiobook when it comes out?
Yeah, you can.
Hell yeah, brother.
How do you get a book published?
You go to a
Have to send it
publisher
somewhere.
and they'll read it. They'll tell you stuff you need
Oh,
to fix.
boy.
Well, you
Like-
gotta send it online. But
Yeah.
it's not.
Like
The-
Dr. Seuss got rejected like 15 times before he published his first book.
He's a weirdo.
It's
He
not
is
like
weirdo.
it's not like impossible to do.
But how do I get it? I want to get my shit in Barnes and Noble, like on the shelf. I want to be like sitting at like the table, like signing the books.
You just
gotta
have to
finish the book
You just have to
first.
work at it.
Is getting a book popular as hard as like getting like your music popular, like your YouTube channel?
Music's
Yeah.
probably a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, books aren't as
Because
like.
you have to advertise your book, which is like a little bit harder than advertising your music.
Yeah, but at least you can get it like out there on the shelf, and somebody can see this and be like, "Ooh, what's this? I've never seen this in the science fiction section before."
Yeah, the problem is though a lot of like physical books aren't as popular.
When I do read, which I've been actually trying to get back into reading.
Get it on
like,
Amazon, Kindle.
I like
I don't-
actual books.
I like actual books too.
Yeah, I don't like reading off a screen.
I own one book. It's in the dresser. It's a David Goggins book. It's his first book. And I started reading it. It's really not that bad. Reading is tough, but me and Viv used to read. We would read before bed with the TV off and the light off. We would just have like a
Yeah,
reading light,
It's good for you.
and it's good.
I was gonna get the Game of Thrones books. They're all like they're like 900 pages each. There's 5 of them.
I feel like it's like Shakespeare, like the way they write it though. It's
Not-
probably gonna be like
Not really. It's just like
J.R.R.
it's like
Tolkien.
older English. Like it's just like
Yield.
I don't know. I watched the show, so I know how they talk. So it's not that bad.
there's Star Wars books, right?
Yeah.
Is there official novels?
I don't know because I know there's all like the side stories and stuff.
I would read them because I know that in the prequel, some of the prequel stuff, they have a lot of added stuff.
There's a lot of good books though. There's like I think there was like a Darth Vader book that was really good.
But I want like novels. I don't like reading like comic books and stuff. Like I want like it's so weird. I don't like reading, but if I'm going to read, I want like a nice thick like 300-page book that I can get into.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Real.
I low-key keep saying I'm gonna read one of those what's her name?
Colleen Hoover.
Colleen Hoover books.
Ooh. Mm.
Why?
Because they're spicy.
Read
They're romance
November-
books.
What is it? November 11. Ooh.
Maybe not those ones that have the pages that are literally just porn, but
It's us
I would read a
people.
romance book.
Is it November 11?
Can there be a romance plot in our story?
November 9.
There could be.
Me and Ham's mom.
Oh,
Cody turns bad.
Spin off.
There could be I could also make like, oh my god,
Chapter 9.
if I actually like.
You could make beef where that happens.
Cody and Ham's dad.
Plot
Wait,
twist.
I'm not a cat though. Can I transform?
No. I just thought of something though. Like if I actually want to stick with this, right, and I get a lot of good creative ideas, I could do a little spin-off series with like Kit as the main character and his
Mhm.
story. I already introduced
he'll
him.
become one of those characters that's like a fan favorite. That's like he's
Yeah.
not in it a lot.
The
but when
side
he
character.
is-
You
And
know,
like the
everyone
book,
loves.
the book is literally just called like Kit's like extravagant
Kids
adventure.
World.
Kids playtime.
One
Kit's
thing-
Kit's definitely like a solo character.
Mm.
He's not a bounty hunter. What is he? Because he has a sword.
He's like a
warrior. Mm.
He should be like a guard for someone important.
The Senate.
Like who's higher than the Senate? Is there like a president of the
president.
world?
The president.
You
could
could
be
have
like-
a ruler. of
Yeah,
the
it
world.
doesn't have to be a
We
president.
should have a king,
Oh, yeah, like, there could
Monarchy.
a king.
and then it's perfect because he's like the royal guard.
Okay.
Mm.
He's like the king. I forgot what it's called, like the king's guard.
Okay. So
How did they
on this-
meet? Mm.
Well, bounty hunter work with the king, and he's a guard. They have like ties.
His reputation. He's just one of the best. Like
But that could be the incentive to reading Kit's book. All their backstory could be in his book.
Mhm.
Whose bounties do we follow?
King.
You guys work for the government, so you work with
Ew,
Kit.
you're government work.
Well, the government is very good in this book. Like in
there's
this-
one chapter where Kit goes on a
Unrealistic.
mission with them.
Yeah, that could happen.
Like he escorts
Chapter
them.
4 after the. Wait, when's the prequel?
The prequel will probably the prequel might okay. So the prequel is either going to be the second book, or it's going to be like later chapters before the final act in the first book.
I like when books do flashbacks in the actual book. Or one thing I like is when in the middle of the book it'll switch perspectives of people. So it'll be like chapter 1 is labeled the character's name in their perspective, and then the second chapter after that is labeled in the other person's name. Or I like when in either the same book or different books, it's the different character's perspective of the same situation. So say Cody had in the one of the prequels has his version of it, and then second half of the book is Ham's version of the same situation.
They do that
See
in
how
like
they-
TV shows,
Mhm.
like one episode.
I love when that happens.
Alright, I'm gonna pause for 1 second. Josh is feeding the cats. I have to go get something, so we'll take a break. Okay, we're back. We continue talking off camera. We just can't get enough of this. But we're trying to lay out the first story, and we're trying to figure out the timeline. But we're trying to figure out the ending of it. Like, how do you stop somebody who can control the weather?
Is there something preventing us from touching him?
Well, anytime you get near him, he just can shoot off like lightning.
But we can get near him. Or like touch him.
Get
The
near him,
shield.
yeah, but he's strong. He's pretty strong.
Could Ham use his hammer as like a lightning rod itself?
Yes, but he only has one shot at it. If it
He
doesn't work,
misses.
That's got to be it then.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't. Let's say he doesn't know he can use the hammer until Cody suggests it. Cody's gonna be like,
can he use it to like?
"How about he uses it as a lightning rod itself to supercharge it, and then he like
Okay.
I don't know what he does with it.
So
but-
but-
it's already so powerful and takes so much out of him. So if he supercharges it, it's got to be like, you might think this is the end of the whole story.
Like, you might think
he's gonna die at the end of the first book.
you might think like Kit is actually the main character and not Ham, but
Yeah.
but it's actually not.
Because you might think Cody's gonna be the lone survivor after the next book. You know how Superman dies in Batman vs Superman?
Yeah.
Like that might be how it is.
So like you set it up to where like after he defeats the villain, like his fate is undetermined.
It could be
Then book
undetermined.
2 you go into
Book 2 goes into
Ham-
how
Book
they met.
2.
Ham's story
book 2
first.
is nothing. You don't find out anything until book 3.
You have to go into Ham's story.
The whole thing. Ooh,
The whole book
I
2
like
is
that.
just all prequel.
I like that. Leaves you.
Because then you might
Yes.
be waiting. You might be waiting a year.
Does the end of book 2 at least hint at like
The
brighter
the
hor-
last chapter of book 2 could be like a flash forward to present time, but it's just Cody and Kit like talking or something.
And then there's got to be a sign of life at the end because
Yeah.
then
Well,
people,
how do-
people are going to be like,
How do you just
Waiting
write him
for-
off as dead though? Like, does he not have a pulse at the end of the book, or like, oh, he goes missing?
yeah,
I was
he
gonna
shoots
say-
like he uses
He's
the hammer
like
and
under
like
clutter.
Oh yeah, they can't find him.
The hammer, like,
Explodes.
the hammer just launches him and like he like no one knows where he goes.
Well, if the guy has like a suit, it could like blow up and then it covers him.
So-
and they can't
so-
find him.
he goes missing, but they're also I have to make it very known how big the risk of death is from him using the hammer, because then people are just gonna think, oh, he'll come back. But I have to make it seem like he's missing but dead.
Yeah.
Not only is he missing, but the hammer is missing too,
Mm.
Yeah, and that's huge because if somebody bad gets their hands on that hammer,
and they do.
they
that
do.
could be a thing.
Yeah, they do. They
That's
have
the
to.
next villain.
They have to. That's a whole plot right there. They got to get the hammer back.
Ooh.
Ma, hand backwards.
Because
You
the
gotta-
prequel,
Evil
the
Cody.
prequel could be how they met,
Evil Cody gets
and when
it.
they met is when they got the hammer. Like they went to
take
go get the
apart
hammer.
to create Evil Cody.
I was gonna say the guy that makes the clones could get the hammer.
I don't know.
Mm.
They take the DNA from the hammer, and that's how they clone.
Ooh.
Because Cody's touched the hammer before. His
Ham's-
fingerprints on it.
Ham's hammer.
So then
Okay.
just when you think everything's fine and they're both alive, Cody dies.
Ooh,
Brutally
that's,
too.
That's
I'm
good.
gonna make it graphic too, like you said.
Like a headshot.
What?
Josh said it. Hold on.
The bullet entering.
In the movie though, it has to make a ding like a bolt action.
when
the
it like
hunting
when
rifle.
it's like
Cody,
loud and then
Cody.
it goes silent and you just see.
You literally have to be like,
You're like, your head, like half of your head is like, there's a
like
hole
to
in your
your
head.
eye. There's like,
Ooh.
Does he get shot and then he's like, he's like,
when he gets shot. No. There's no like realization. He gets blown back like 10 feet.
No, there has to be a picture, and it's just me with a bullet like or a hole through my brain.
Ew.
Like you can see through.
Yeah,
it.
The
but on the
camera,
floor,
the
you can
shot is
see-
like the hole in your head.
It's, like, straight
You can
through.
see out the back.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Imagine,
yeah.
imagine the camera shot in the movie is there's a bullet. There's a camera on the bullet, so it's like you see it go through his head.
We shouldn't make the book TV. We shouldn't make it like PG. It should be like it could be violent
14 is fine.
for someone's head getting blown.
AEW is 14. They fucking
Yeah, but they don't blow someone's head like a
okay.
hole in
It's one
someone's.
scene, and also you don't have to put a rating on a book.
I don't know. But what if we make a show?
If you make a movie or a show,
You don't have to
then-
make it as bad.
No, it has to. They have to
People
see.
get
People
shot
have
in
to
TV
see it and be
shows all the
like,
time.
I don't know. But do they show it or do they just like, oh, they cut away
What's The Walking Dead?
like TVMA?
Just be that. It's gore, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be rated X because it's fucking gore.
Because then if there's no gore, then how's Kit gonna like chop people in half and stuff?
Kit?
Does Kit have an axe?
No, he has a
His
sword. Kit's backstory.
Dude, Kit is crazy. Like,
Kit's
like-
backstory is his parents left him when he was young, and he got trained by like a Japanese samurai.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Wait,
So
I need to find exactly what you said, dude. I was sitting on the couch with Viv, and we were at her grandparents in South Carolina, and everybody was just talking, and I just started like, I don't have the text anymore because I deleted it.
I had to clear space on my phone.
Do you
too.
still have the group chat? Can you find? I don't even know what you might have to just scroll. But I was just sitting there laughing so hard. Is this
you guys don't
episode?
actually have it.
No. Is this episode called Ham, but like the name of the weapon?
Sure. Hydraulic assault machine.
Do you
No,
want
but
to
like
start?
it's not just Ham. It's H.A.M.
We yapped like a motherfucker.
Can we talk about where the hammer came from?
That's what I gotta figure out. It's gotta be from another planet.
No, I'm saying like what made me think of it.
Oh, the Hammer of Baravia from Superman.
That should be the name of the episode.
Dude, that guy's cool. I want to see that movie.
Me too.
We should bring the microphones into the Superman.
Wait, what do you want me to like show you guys?
Find the sentence of what Josh said how you would die, and just read
Oh,
it.
how I would die?
Yeah, it's so funny.
My grappling hook and a blaster.
Oh yeah, Ham gives you his grappling hook. That's what the gift was. Oh, that was off camera too. The thing is that Ham gives Cody his grappling hook when Cody saves his life.
So Cody's like using the grappling hook and stuff like in the first book, but like it's explained in the second book.
Yeah,
that
no,
it was,
people just think he has it.
We
Okay.
already talked about this.
What?
Like episode or book 1 to 3. How it was gonna go.
We mentioned it. I feel like I just know this universe now, and it's not even real.
Mm-hmm.
Like Star Wars is out there, right? You can look at it and all this stuff, but
In season 3, episode 4, Cody gets shot in the head in the middle of the episode and dies, and it's extremely graphic.
how there's more.
I just said it's movie length, and then Josh said his brain is hanging out and he's gurgling blood.
Does the blood look like a fondue fountain? Like
yeah.
And they capture Ham and
Kit?
play the footage of me dying on a 24/7 loop.
they could capture him though, and in
Kit
the
does
and
too.
in the unlikely thing, this is what puts Kit over. He saves them.
Mm.
Does he save them alone or does he save them with?
No, he could come with the other guards, but he's leading the charge because he heard about it.
All the guards get wiped out and he's the last one left.
Oh, I can imagine the scene. Cody has a sword, right? He has a.
No, I have a blaster.
You have a. Oh, I was gonna say somebody has like a vibro sword that's like, it's like wrapped in like electricity, but it's kind of like a lightsaber. So I don't know.
You said that already. I can.
Think about like a taser, like the taser lightning, but it's around like a sword. Like
Yeah.
it coils around a sword.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely have a lot of inspiration. I think knowing how the first 3 books are gonna go
Oh,
is
I have a
good.
blaster and a sword.
Yeah, a blaster and a sword and a grappling hook. That's fine. You can have a little. You're a bounty hunter. You gotta have a
I'm
lot.
like
Gotta have a lot of.
Batman, I
You have
got
to
a
have a
belt.
bunch of gadgets because you don't know what
Yeah,
the hell's gonna
think
get
about what
thrown
the
at you.
Mandalorian has. Oh, somebody should have something like that. The whistling birds. You know that thing on his wrist?
Oh yeah, like the bomb. Like are they like? Don't they like track?
Yeah, they're like the swarming like bombs.
Ham can have that. Ham has like a gauntlet with it.
Ham could have like a jar of bees. Like the wasp, like the.
Well, something associated with cats.
Wait, that could be good. The bees to stop the weather, and they have to go get in the jungle, like the bugs or something, that helps them stop the weather.
Bugs stop the weather guy.
Well, they could be like, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of because it has to be dramatic. The whole entire book leads up to that moment.
Of the hammer.
Yeah, so it has to be. I have to build it up the entire book of how important the hammer is.
Mhm.
You could say like nobody's ever survived using a hammer charge. That's why it's so hard to get. And it was banished to another planet
So the
because of
power
how
source-
dangerous how dangerous it was.
the
But that's got
power-
to be a whole journey in of itself. Then getting the hammer.
That could be the whole book. That's
Getting-
a good first book.
Getting the hammer.
Yeah.
So is there a mini villain that they have to get the hammer from?
Yeah, but he's not really a villain. You think he's a villain.
Is he built up as like crazy, and then he just goes
He
out
guards
sad?
it. He guards it, right? And like I don't know how to build him up, but this has to be on another planet. But I don't know. That could be the good story. I can't believe Andrade just won.
He won.
He pinned Carmelo Hayes.
Fuck. I wanted Carmelo to win. Andrade was in it last year. He didn't win.
He ain't good in this year either.
At least put Melo in it. He's not going to win anyway. That finisher's awesome.
We just got distracted so quick. What's that referee's name?
Was it the Asian referee?
Yeah.
Ryan Tran. I don't know why I know that. Can there be wrestling in the book? Like they have a friend that's like they have like in that planet's version of like pro wrestling.
They could have one. They could go
It's like a filler episode.
to a wrestling show like with Kit at one point or with somebody to meet up like
Is this gonna
And
be a
kids-
show or a movie series?
Both.
I feel like it should be a show, like a 10-episode season. 10 episodes per season.
Because
Yeah,
you could
because
do
there's
like
10 chapters.
yeah,
yeah, the book was going to be 10
and
chapters.
filler episodes.
I feel like for the books no matter what I want each book to follow the same formula. Like everybody
Mm.
knows that the books are 10 chapters or however many or 8 chapters.
That's
8
not
chapters
bad.
might be a good number.
Yeah.
Cuz then you have like the opening act, you have a couple middle and then you have the final act which is like the final 2 chapters. Or maybe the final 3 cuz like out of the final 3 the first 2 of the final 3 are like the actual meat of it and then the last chapter is
Mm.
to close.
Make sure you mention the hammer in the first chapter, the Chekhov's gun. Woo.
I think the hammer I know how I'll open it up. Kit will tell them at lunch that he got word from the king that the hammer on whatever planet it was has been awakened.
Like it was
Cool.
used again.
Or-
Well the hammer could kind of be like what's the word, sentient?
it could be
The
like a
hammer
Mjolnir thing.
is alive.
It's not yeah, kind of well like what Trebek said
Like
like
a solder.
well, it's
Like a
called
Mjolnir.
it's called hydraulic assault machine, which means it's like mechanical.
Mm.
but it could have like aspects of
The
it that
power
are, like,
source.
It could be like it senses a person worthy. Could be like a Mjolnir.
Like
Like
Thor's
senses
hammer?
Yeah.
It senses a person worthy, and that person is
it's-
him.
Okay, I could say it's on one of the moons of the planet. They banished it to one of the moons, right? And it sensed the awakening of evil on the planet. So it awakened because they just do like day-to-day stuff. They're not bounty hunters that do all this crazy stuff. Like they've never seen somebody that can control the weather. They just take in the guys that like
the guys that like
they're like cops, right? They're like road cops, right? They take in the guys that like they forged like this like they forged the
so they have an arc of becoming like these high tech.
important, yeah. And they could say like Kit leaked it to them that he got word that the hammer had been awakened, right? Because they could just say some of the guards were guarding on the planet. That's their job on the moon. And so then it gets forgotten about for a little bit, right? They go on about their business. And maybe in the next chapter they have a mini villain. You think it's the big villain. And then it's overshadowed by the weather guy. Because the weather guy could send one of his, like
The
how
guy's-
Palpatine sent Darth Maul.
Yeah.
You should have something that hints at the weatherman.
The weatherman could send, like, it could be somebody that maybe, like,
There should be a guy that like, it's his like apprentice basically.
I was gonna say,
What does he
maybe
do,
like
though?
during the lunch you could be like, oh, that's really weird. It was just sunny 2 seconds ago and now it's pouring. Or like, oh, that lightning's striking really close to this
Yeah.
place we're having lunch.
That's-
Just
that's-
something
that's-
subtle.
that's good. It could be like
It hints at his presence.
Mhm.
it's starting to rain a lot because the apprentice is not good with his powers yet, so he's only able to like make it rain and stuff. But he's
Yeah.
still a really good fighter.
So they notice because it's on a desert planet, right?
yeah,
They notice it's been raining a lot more,
yeah.
and it's like weird because it never does.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's a desert. I forgot.
So then they have to fight this guy, and like they think like going into it, even one of them makes like a remark, and they're like, "Oh, like, look at this guy," and then he's proves to be like a really really hard guy. Like they get their asses kicked in the first fight,
Nice.
and then they kind of have to take it seriously, and then they fight him again.
So he's like, he's kind of sucks with his powers, but
I
he's
have-
great in hand.
I have a major emergency announcement to make right now. Me and Viv posted an Instagram post together before, and guess who commented on it? I lost.
Oh my days.
What did he say?
He said dripped too hard.
I wonder if he still listens, even though we haven't posted in a month.
I'll ask him
You
in the
gotta say
comments.
listen to the podcast then.
Just be like, we're currently recording.
Watch out for the newest episode.
Okay. Anyways, and then the second time they're fighting the guy, they have him like, Ham's pointing his blaster at him or whatever, and that's when like, Cody or something just gets struck by lightning. Like,
No, it should be like hail just like rains on him or something, but like huge hail.
no, the lightning strike is perfect. They both
That
get
won't
struck.
kill him.
No,
I'm not touching the ground.
he could just strike it like in front. Maybe he strikes it in front to get. You know how like magicians will like throw like the smoke bomb and then like they'll
Yeah.
disappear. It could be like that to get the guy away from him, and then maybe the next chapter we could switch perspectives and it's this anonymous guy talking to the apprentice, and it's the weatherman, but nobody knows who it is yet.
Mhm.
Mm.
Oh. Mm.
There's a
Another-
whole season 1 book. Of all.
No, you're good.
Of the TV show?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's gonna be movies. So, Kit's stuff could be a TV show,
Mm.
like
Yes,
on Disney,
spin-off.
where Disney buys my product, which I'll never let Disney have my product.
Kit's show would be crazy fun.
Good.
It's like the
Don't be Marvel.
Mandalorian. It would be good.
Damn.
We could have so many different types of characters. Like, Kit's like more of like a samurai almost.
Yeah.
There could be like someone that's like, not a pirate, but like, because there's not going to be like.
Well, there could
oceans.
be somebody they could when they go to the jungle for whatever reason that they need to go to the jungle. They know somebody there.
Yeah.
And it's like the pirate guy. He's like the pirate. He doesn't. He can fight, but he never does. Like he's exiled, right?
Mm.
He exiled himself.
I love it.
But then there's gonna be like one scene in any book where he just fucking like takes his like
So
robe
Caesar.
off or whatever, and he's like the best fighter in the whole book.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's
Caesar.
like what's his name?
Caesar.
No, in JJK.
Mm.
It's well, it's kind of like season 1 Gojo. Like he doesn't fight a lot, but when he
Mhm.
has to, he's easily the best.
Oh, I was gonna say another subtle weather thing could be like fog or like picked up wind. Because if
Slight
he's
temperature
it-
change.
if he's really not good with it, it could just be like, oh, the wind's really strong today. I wonder what's happening. Or it's like, oh, it's really foggy, which is weird because it was supposed to be clear all day. Or just some subtle. It doesn't always have to be
Right.
rain.
No, I yeah, that's good. That's good. Because they can build up,
Like-
build up, build up, and then they
Like it-
fight this guy.
Yeah, it could go from wind
How
to
do you-
rain to thunder to.
I feel like a fight scene in a book is going to be hard to write.
You just gotta picture in your head and then write what you see, and then make it make sense.
You gotta find a show that has a book or something, and then read in that book, see what they write, or maybe a few other books.
Well, I should find Anakin versus Obi-Wan in episode 3 of Star Wars, their fight.
You just have to describe like everything, like the
Mhm.
setting.
That would be a lot of
It can be fun. You just have to see it in your head. The one thing I do is like I see it in my head and then I write what I see, and if it doesn't make sense, I try and make it make sense on the writing. But just like if you get your thoughts down on the paper, then you know what you're going for, and then you like, oh, I can add this to make it better. All that fun stuff that comes with writing.
Trebek, why haven't you written a book?
I'm burnt out from school,
Oh.
and I always have trouble. Like I get to a point, and then I just can't make it long enough to be a book. So I just stop it where I like it, and then it's only for me to read.
That's the thing I feel like I'm gonna struggle with. I want it to be at least 100 pages.
That's why it's good to have other people.
Yeah, you got
with you.
4 editors right here.
100's like
Yeah.
nothing though. Books are usually like.
Dude, I wrote 2 paragraphs and I'm out of things to say.
Gatsby?
Well, we just talked
150
about
pages.
like 5 pages at least worth.
Well, Gatsby is 150 pages and it's a classic, so it doesn't have to be long to be good.
Yeah.
No, it just needs to tell a good story.
You need to be a good. You don't even need. You just need to be good at like.
But I want it to be
Describe
enough detail to the point where you really get invested in the characters.
Honestly, one thing I do a lot is I look up descriptive words. Like, what can I use instead of like this person says? I'd be like, this person inquires. This person questions. Like, you need those descriptive words to make sure you're getting your point across about what this person's feeling. Or I'll look up synonyms. I'll be like, instead of saying okay, I'll say this.
I think I already did that in the first paragraph. Let me see.
It's a good thing to use because it obviously makes your word count. It can make your word count.
Yeah, I
better.
already said it.
I do that for essays.
Just catch me, you jackass. Ham exclaims.
Yeah. That stuff like that, because then you get rid of the repetitiveness of says, which is one thing I do a lot. I say
Mhm.
says all the time. So finding stuff to replace that is good.
The apprentice fight should have the Midas guy walking away in the background, like he was overwatching.
Overwatch.
They could say like,
Is Worlds Collide on Saturday?
yeah.
Oh, I'll be off. I think.
They could say like, well,
Oh wait, no, I'm not.
when the fight happens.
Logan Paul.
You didn't know Logan Paul was in WWE?
Well, I knew, but that's I don't. It's weird.
I saw him
Headliner.
2 weeks ago. We went to Raw in South Carolina and he was there.
That's cool. He filmed a person hanging from a tree.
Yeah. And then, who asked him? Oh, Dominic Mysterio asked him if he could go to Japan. What was I saying? Oh, they could be a thing where like when the fight happens, Kit's there, but Kit, like Ham and Cody tell Kit to clear the area instead of helping them, because this guy seems like a little more dangerous than usual. So when he tries to clear the area, he comes up on the weatherman, who's not in he's not in his like weather outfit, and the weatherman like refuses to move at first. He kind of just doesn't say anything.
Oh, I like that. It's like on like Criminal Minds when the criminal or like the murderer is there the whole time, like looking at all the crime scenes, like the first person there. Like he's at like every fight, and then you don't realize until the end. You're like, wait, it's actually this guy behind all of it.
Like Kit's like, sir, you need to move, and the guy kind of just like goes like this with his hand. He's like, but not like this. He's like, he doesn't hold it up. He goes like, he like waves him off.
Like
Guys.
This man gestures at me.
You should be able to fill Kit's brain with like fog,
Brain
so
fog.
that he doesn't exactly
Literal brain
remember,
fog.
but so Kit's
Like Scarecrow, like Mysterio, or both.
Bro doesn't
don't know.
understand.
like
You-
but just enough so that Kit can still like warn them, like someone else has slightly more power than them.
Okay.
He's giving him literal brain
No,
fog.
Kit doesn't
I
warn
like
them at
that.
all, because I don't even want to draw attention to this guy until later in the book.
I mean, he could be like, oh yeah, I think I remember seeing something like that earlier. I can't quite remember. To be like, oh yeah, this guy, brain fucked.
Kit spends the entire fight trying to get the guy out of the area, and then by the time the apprentice goes away, Ham and Cody run up to Kit, and then as they run up to Kit, the weatherman like runs away, and then they go to Kit, they're like, what was up with that guy? And Kit was just like, I don't know.
Some weirdo.
And he used the weather to like make it rain, get everyone soaked, and then like make it freezing, so that
Yeah.
they start like getting worried
Get
about
everyone
freezing.
wet and then use lightning.
Yeah, like actually,
No, that's good.
like he takes the power of the weather, like, and like does like combos.
I think
Have you ever seen the ball of lightning?
he
Could do that, but it's just like he does it and it's roaming around and they see it and they're like, "What the hell is that?" And then he does it again. And you're like, "Oh." I think that's so cool.
I think what I need to do, that pirate guy that lives in the jungle, like the one that like is really like powerful, I think I need to kill him in the first book. But his powers like will be revealed in the prequel, how strong he was. But I think I'll need to kill him in the first book.
So it's like important. Like him dying is like a big deal.
Yeah.
The apprentice should meet them at that area, and then that's the first fight.
They have to so they encounter the no they wait, hold on. So they encounter the apprentice during lunch the first time. And then the second time they encounter him, they don't encounter anybody. They have to go to the jungle, they see the pirate guy, and then they have to go back the same way. And on the way back, they notice something was up with the pirates guy, like there's like shack or whatever. So they go inside, and that's when they find him killed. With like there could be like some like mark the apprentice
Like
left or
water.
something.
or like a
Yeah.
burn mark from like a lightning.
Ooh.
There could be fire. Why would there be fire? It's like a really, really, really wet jungle. They'd be like, why is there fire here? Or why was there like a burn mark?
Yeah, like a like a lightning strike.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like those tattoos. Like it could be like that, burn through the skin.
Uh huh.
Mm.
And then when they get back, they spend a lot of time doing stuff, and then they get a call from Kit. And Ham like drops to his knees, and it was like, here, like your mother's in like the hospital. Like somebody tried to.
She has frostbite.
Kit could be like, I don't know what happened, but
Ooh,
a bunch of
frostbite.
people from the board are in the hospital with cases of frostbite, and like Ham and Cody don't even know what it is because they live in a desert.
Mm.
They could have like doctors, because they could have it so like their hospitals are on like space stations up in the sky in the planets, so then the doctors are really smart and they're from a bunch of other planets, so they know stuff.
Sandstorms.
And then the
Sandstorms.
the
For
doctor
blinding.
the doctor could be like, the only way frostbite could have happened on this planet is if somebody or something like engineered it.
Mm. Oh, so it's literally impossible for cold weather. Awesome.
Yeah, because it's even in the jungle, the wet jungle, it's so hot and humid.
Yeah, so it calls out that it's just it says it's unnatural. Mm.
My God, we're cooking right now.
Too bad no one's taking notes.
We have the whole podcast to listen to.
I know, but you could just write it.
It's okay. I'm not.
Well,
gonna
we have
forget any
some
of this.
things written down already. I can resend them.
Oh yeah, I forgot you guys have the thing or whatever.
We don't even talk in it. We just fucking make gay jokes in it once a week and then stop.
Hell
That's
yeah,
all we
brother.
do. But how did you have this idea, Josh? Because think about what it's turned into.
How did I
Please.
have it?
Yeah.
It literally just. I was just in my room and I just thought of it. It didn't come from anywhere.
They always come out too. This is the only one we've like gone into.
Because we were talking in the group chat and I was trying to think of just like stupid stuff and I was like, I might have had to like feed the cats or something and I just like thought of like Cody because Ham likes Cody's usually like when he comes over. And I was like, what if their little relationship was taken a little farther? I don't mean in that way. I mean as bounty hunters.
Love interest.
They could be gay lovers in the book.
No.
Why?
He's a cat.
I could make Kit gay. You gotta have the diverse characters.
Not
and-
Kit though.
Diversity.
Not Kit.
No.
Oh, and you know what?
You don't.
Kit has to have a black voice in the movie.
But a white guy.
Well, Kit's a black cat. I already know what he looks like.
Is it like the Morgan Freeman voice?
He's a
We can have
Get
Morgan,
Morgan
voice him.
Freeman.
No,
Oof.
get Morgan to
no.
voice him.
Kit's voiced by. Wait, hold on.
Should be like a little kid voice.
Like the,
Yeah.
Who would
Voice match the characters for your movie.
He should have a scar on his face and be like buff.
Who
but have
play?
a
Who
little
wait? Who
voice.
plays Cody in the movies?
I wonder.
Cody,
So-
I think probably Chris Pratt.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say that. I swear.
Now that he has short hair, it's kind of like
And Cody, but the prequel Cody has a man bun.
Yes.
So it could be
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, Jason Momoa.
Okay.
how do you go from Jason Momoa to Chris Pratt?
They look the same.
No.
basically.
We have to just get Jason Momoa.
Put him in a wig.
No, you know what would make the
Like
story
the
so
Minecraft
good?
movie.
If we actually why am I talking like there's ever actually going to be a movie?
There is.
You think anyone else that actually made a movie was like,
This is how it starts.
oh, it'll never be a
No,
movie?
but I would not cast known actors for any role.
Good.
No, that's what they did for Star Wars. Mark
Yeah.
Hamill was like, nobody knew who he was.
There would be a couple like
Like a cameo.
the king could be like, you know.
the king is like.
Oh my god, the king could be the Peter from Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, have a game.
The
of
little
Thrones
guy?
actor in it.
He'd
Oh,
be a
the-
good king.
What the fuck is it?
Dinklage.
Oh, yeah.
Peter
yeah.
Dinklage.
We'll only have him in like once or twice a
The
movie.
king's not really. He's kind of just there to know that there's a king, but he's not like
So there's no chance that the king like.
the king's
Gets
in
assassinated.
Kit's movie a lot in his book.
Ah,
He's one of the main characters.
That book is more like
It's more
more like
government.
knights and like
Yeah,
Game of Thrones esque.
but the bounty hunter story is more like Wild West. That's how I picture it.
Yeah.
In the desert, like they're very modern, but it's still just like the theme of it.
Cody's gun has to be a revolver, but it's like an energy revolver.
It
And
doesn't
has
shoot
to,
bullets. It shoots like
It shoots like plasma blasts.
yeah.
mm.
But they're like so condensed that they make like a bullet hole.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to recharge. Like you can't just. It's not unlimited ammo.
Are
Like
they
once
purple?
he. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to get like energy cells.
Hollow purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hollow.
Hollow
And the-
purple type stuff.
Yeah. And the sound it makes is like sick. It's like.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Does the
It's-
sound start with like a V?
Room.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's not. It's not a high pitched laser sound. It's like a
It's like a
deep
whistle.
like.
It's
like a bass.
like a vroom,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Like the fans love when it shoots on TV.
Man, I love that. They go wild.
You know the sound a lightsaber makes
Yeah.
when it retracts?
Oh.
Could be like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like in the theater, if you watch it, like the sound of the gun shooting like vibrates the speakers.
Ooh. Oh
Like
my
it's
gosh!
heavy
Imagine
bass.
Yeah.
the like 3 or like the 4D theaters where your like seat shakes
Yeah.
during the act. Oh, and like they spray Oh. Ooh.
They make it cold.
They
when
throw
they-
dust in your eyes when he fucking makes the
We
sandstorms.
should make a roller coaster with it.
Six
like
Flags.
The Simpsons.
We can make a whole
Six
theme park,
Mhm.
and it's like the theme park is like
War
their
Pigs
town,
theme park.
and every like all
Oh.
the famous buildings in the theme park.
And we
are,
make
like,
it really fucking hot.
how?
The
We make
Weatherman.
it in Arizona.
Oh my god, the Weatherman could have his own like roller coaster. Oh my god, why
Could-
are we doing?
It could
like,
be
why are
called
we
the
like?
Weatherman.
Does the Weatherman ever? No, I think the Weatherman will never have a name.
I was gonna say leave them nameless. That's fine.
The Apprentice could have a name.
But the Apprentice eats.
You like The Apprentice?
The Weatherman and the Apprentice are their names.
The Apprentice is not gonna die either. The Apprentice is gonna come back.
Come back.
He'll come back.
They should like send him to the moon or something, and then he like finds his way back.
What is the? It's weird. It's like what is the like species of people on this planet? Because there's humans and
Well,
cat.
everybody,
like humans.
everybody on the planet is Kilgorian. That's what the. That's not the species, but that's the.
But like, why are some
Nationality.
like human beings and why are some cat-like humans?
It's just how it.
That's just how it is.
Yeah. Is it only
Period.
cats and humans, or is there like dogs and two? Is it just cats?
Well, what's the Weatherman gonna be?
He's
Are
gonna
you-
be a human.
What about the Apprentice?
He's a human, but he's a cyborg human.
I think the
Ooh,
I think
yes.
both the human
Like
the,
cyborgs.
both the Apprentice and the Weatherman for this one at least could be cats. I think in Kit's book, there's gonna be a cat.
Wait, I don't think
Yeah.
I don't picture them as cats. The Weatherman and the Apprentice.
No, that's why I said they're both humans.
Oh,
Did I?
okay.
Well,
thought you
I
said
think
cats.
in the prequels there could be a cat and a human like
Duo.
duo, and then in Kit's book it could be the main villain could be a cat.
But is it more a cat, more of like a saber-tooth tiger type cat or something? Like not just like a little like ham.
It could be
cat?
like a big one, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kit is like Junie
Every
size,
villain
but
is
just
ham.
black.
Yeah, Kit's small, but he's so like his
He's
his
so
gear is
swift.
like crazy.
Goose.
And his samurai sword is pretty big. Does he have a samurai sword or like a knight's sword?
It's a samurai sword, but he's the only
Katana.
one of all the guards that has that.
Mm.
Like, does he fight like a samurai or does he fight like?
Yeah, and that's why that government is so good, because they have him. He's
Because
their Swiss Army knife.
He was the last one that was
Mhm.
trained in that type of
Yeah.
combat.
Dude, this movie looks scary.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to watch it. It's about nuclear warfare, and I want to watch it so bad.
It's a sequel, isn't it?
It's a
Mhm.
third. It's a third, isn't it?
Yeah.
I never
'Cause
watched
there was
the first.
days and then what, months? Weeks,
Yeah.
And then
I think
years.
Yeah.
I want to watch it so
I will not be
bad.
watching
June
it.
20th. It's coming out.
Have you guys had the new Frosty Swirls things?
No.
No, I haven't.
They're so good.
The Wendy's over here is getting remodeled, so you have to go somewhere else to get it.
No.
Yeah, I can't tell. I think they're remodeling it, but it also kind of looks like they're knocking it down. But I'm not sure what they're doing.
Did they
They're
finish
also-
Popeyes yet?
Almost. All the exterior is done, I
Spring.
think. I love Popeyes. I had it yesterday. Oh my god. Can Jimmy be a character in the book? Oh, he's
Yeah.
the bartender.
He's a bartender.
Is that him right there?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you're gonna be in my book. Don't worry about it.
The book he's writing.
I'm writing a book.
He
You're
should be
gonna
like a
do-
random like NPC character that gets killed in like a like one of the fights.
Whoa, what's that thing in the sky? Boom.
Like someone like launches a car and he gets crushed by it.
Does Ham have a brother?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Goose.
turkey.
Goose.
Jeez, I was gonna say
Turkey.
another deli meat.
No, Goose. Goose is his brother.
His adopted brother.
Turkey. Salami.
What accent does Goose have?
Goose is a stoner.
Yeah.
Like whatever
Yo.
He should have like
Please.
whatever the planet's version of drugs are, Goose does them.
he should have like
catnip.
greasy hair.
Catnip
like
is
bundled
drugs.
together.
Yeah, catnip. In the
Cat-
book, catnip is actually like illegal.
Catnip is
Goose.
cat weed.
Viv just said Goose wears a Rasta. Bro, he has an accent too.
Yeah.
And where's the bong?
How is he his brother?
So he's
then?
just Jamaican in the book.
No, he's just his friend. He's just his friend. Well, there's different territories on the planet.
One of the
Jamaica.
territories is Jamaica. With the same Rasta and accent.
Well, it could be a different color. It could be like a spin on a Rasta.
Every territory is just another stereotype of a different place. So
We'd get
British
canceled
Ham
so
is
fast.
a stereotypical British man,
Yeah.
obviously, and then we have Goose
What
is
was
the
nice-
stereotypical Jamaican. You know
Ham's
Sam have a
favorite-
hat?
A hat?
No,
Like
he
a
doesn't
top
wear a
hat.
hat.
His favorite like food is tea and biscuits.
Oh my
Yeah.
Like
God.
it's referenced in the story a lot.
Oh,
What's
Oi,
Cody's favorite
mate.
food?
is he American?
Meatloaf.
Burgers,
Meatloaf.
hot dogs.
No, I feel like
Loaded fries.
Yeah,
If
Cody
they're
likes
regular fries, he won't eat
Chili
them.
Cody
fries.
likes chili fries.
Like the little wooden, like 2-prong toothpicks.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like the one I
like
got
chopsticks.
at Shake Shack.
No, they're
Oh.
the tiny things you like. They put
Oh,
in the middle.
pickaxe.
Like a pick. Like
Yeah.
a two-prong
Pick.
You know, like
Pickaxe.
the thing they put in the burger so they don't fall apart. That thing. Toothpick.
I eat it with Kit's hammer, or not Kit's. Ham's hammer.
So you guys go to lunch
Hammer.
with Kit, and Ham gets tea and biscuits, and you get loaded chili fries.
It's like the plate is like huge too.
What is Kit's stereotypical meal?
Kit
Where's
just
he
gets a
from?
burger.
Kit doesn't eat.
No, the kid's
Ever?
kid's story is like he's like mysterious almost.
Anorex.
He has chamomile tea.
Yeah, he'll have tea. He'll have tea with like nothing in it.
Yeah.
Like a coffee black kind of guy.
Kit is a very like Kit's very flawed.
He's nonchalant.
He only really meets with them for lunch when he has something to like relate to them.
He has a lot of like demons, Kit. Like he has like he's a great like character, but he has a lot of like baggage. Yeah.
Yes. Tragic backstory for a side character that makes
Kit-
him so lovable.
In the backstory, you learn that Kit's wife died, and that's what made him become a guard.
entire
Dog Kid's
family, entire
family.
family.
Yeah, the whole
Not
family.
just the wife.
And it's-
Kids
the
gone.
family. It was a political death too, because that's why like something about like the opposing king or something like.
Yes.
A political
like-
death is ridiculous, dude. That's
oh,
awesome.
They didn't. It's like when you, it's like the mafia movies where they kill like the parents and then they leave the kid and then the kid comes back and kills them.
Yeah.
It's like it could be
Kit-
find out Kit is the son.
Yeah, Kit's
of the
revenge.
king.
Like his
Mm.
revenge arc is like crazy. Like
Kit single-handedly takes down a whole like territory with his
Ooh.
samurai. He literally and he infiltrates it.
yeah, like
He's a
like
call-
All for his all. He lost. When you say whole family, it's his wife and his son. I think that's perfect. No,
Oh.
his daughter. His daughter.
Ooh, that makes it even.
He's the lost prince of
Dude,
the
dude.
other territory.
Ooh.
That's not a bad idea,
Yeah, I was
actually.
gonna
Wait,
say,
he's the what?
make
Lost
him
Prince.
lost royalty.
Why
Like
is
he was the other territory. Like basically, what happens is like he was gonna be the prince of the territory, and like everyone else didn't want that to happen for whatever reason, and they like sent the message to him that he wasn't wanted there anymore. There's got to be a reason for it. I don't know what it is yet.
Like they exiled him.
Yeah.
He's like an outcast.
Okay, it was a murder attempt on him. They burned down like his house or whatever. Something.
But
Oh,
like
he
that.
wasn't. He
there.
They
wasn't
didn't know
there.
he wasn't there.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know why he wasn't
Charles
there?
Manson.
You know why he wasn't out there? He was out drinking.
Alcoholic.
And that's why he
Backstory.
gets the chamomile tea.
That's why he gets a tea, and that's why he never eats anything, because he lost his family because
So he doesn't
was
want to
out-
eat around anyone.
He was out with his demons drinking. It doesn't have to be drinking, but he could be out like gambling or something. He had a dark past.
You should make a physical manifestation of like the demons. So it's like it could be like not like shadow figures like stereotypically, but it's like voices talking to
Well,
him.
his trauma is so strong that it's like almost manifests into real.
You could do it as like people, like the things where it's like the past coming back to haunt you. It's like your family being like his ex-wife, rest in peace, is like you suck. Like you should have been there when this happened. We wouldn't have been dead if, or like
It's
all
like-
that
it's
stuff.
just
Like
like
it should have
visions.
been you.
It could be like a villain he fights that can make him
Himself.
like reflect.
There should be something. So in Game of Thrones, there's a character called the Hound. Hang on, I'll wait until you're.
What did you say?
In Game of Thrones, there's a character called the Hound,
Uh-huh.
and when he was a little kid, his face got scarred by fire. So like half of his face is just like he has like scars and it's like melted, and like he's a like in the show he's depicted as like just like a badass like silent night warrior basically.
Yeah.
But like fire is like his Achilles heel. Like he
That's-
sees
that's
fire and
literally-
he
that's
runs
literally
basically.
Kit.
Yeah, so like Kit has to have something where it's like it doesn't have to be fire, but like Kit has something that's just like his Achilles heel that he just can't.
Oh my
like-
god, that could set it up though.
Alcohol.
That could set it up. Though the fire could work, but
I just don't want to turn him into like.
well, I just thought of all that without knowing about that.
Yeah.
But maybe it could be lightning though, because Kit could come from another planet or another territory, right? There's like 3 or 4 territories that experience different weather, and one of the territories he was in could have thunderstorms, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when the weather guy uses the lightning, that's what makes Kit like forget about the weather guy being mysterious because he's so like traumatized.
Yeah.
So then that could allude to, it could be reasoning as to why Kit doesn't like alert Cody and Ham to the guy because he forgets about it, and it could just allude to, and then you can start questioning it. It'll make him a more interesting character before we get to his book.
So is it almost a question of like, is Kit actually good or is he like?
He's
No,
morally
you just
neutral.
question like why he's so important and why he's a main character and like why he is the way that he is. He didn't have to be out drinking, but he could have been doing like, what could he have been doing? It needs to be maybe not something bad, but it could have been something he was doing good. That he was just not home. Well, why was he not home? Was he like?
Wait, you want it to be something good?
The king summoned him.
Well,
I
I
feel like
don't-
it's
I
better
don't-
if it's something that he's like ashamed of
Yeah,
almost.
like he was drinking or he was gambling or he
I
was
think
like
pro-
doing drugs.
probably
or
gambling,
something.
because then I can make a whole fun like story about like what gambling is on their planet, like what they use and what games they play.
You could do that.
It should be a version of like horse racing, but not with horses. With like,
Centipedes.
yeah, like something like silly like that.
They could, yeah, they could bet on like.
His centipede goes backwards.
Damn it.
They could bet on like.
His whole thing is bad luck. It's like every time he's not there, something bad happens. So that's why he
I-
tries to be there all
I
the
got
time.
it. I don't know why I just thought of it, but there's certain parts of the forest that they explore, and it's really hard. Kit doesn't go with them in the forest because in the forest there's these mushrooms that grow, like but they grow really fast, and they bet on mushroom growing.
He's like, I can't go back.
No, because they don't. Mushrooms don't exist on
I
their
bet
planet.
my blade
Like,
of
they're
grass
those
is gonna
kind of
get
drugs.
higher first. No, mine. I'll put $5 on
No,
it.
it's just the bet on how
What's
fast
currency?
the mushroom's gonna grow. Instead
On a
of horse
place
racing.
That's stereotypes.
So
Each-
the mushrooms
What should they
grow.
bet on then? Instead?
really
They said
fast.
centipede racing.
How fast or how big?
Speed
13
or
centimeters.
length.
You want it to be addiction?
That would make more sense
Mm-hmm.
than
Gam-
betting on mushrooms growing.
But people
was
have
addicted
problems
to the
betting on horse
mushrooms.
racing.
That's what I just said, and he was like, "Oh, they don't have mushroom drugs."
Okay, fine. He could be addicted to the mushrooms then.
LSD.
The mushrooms that grow in the forest, they're like
Shrooms.
purple and like.
Yeah, they're like the ones that like when you cut them open they turn blue.
No, but they're like actual like neon colors. Like you know how when you see like a psychedelic painting. Yeah. They're very, very, very illegal. And
He's doing all that with a family.
It's not unheard of.
he only
Could have been,
what?
could have been like he was like like out scavenging for
It's
them.
not gonna pick you up. You
I
got.
can't, I'm talking to you.
I know, but you
Don't
gotta
look
talk
at
into the
them.
mic.
It could have been like he was like out like scavenging for them because he knew they were illegal, so he had to do it in like the dead of night.
Oh, because he's like super ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Because they're
He-
illegal, he doesn't want to get caught, and he had to like go on this whole big adventure to go find some far away, and then that's why he was away.
And they would think like, why would a government person be out in the middle of the night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he
Does
has
like a
this
civilian,
corporate,
just like a civilian like see him and like they're like, "What are you doing out here?" Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And he's wearing like a robe that like covers his face, and he's like,
So when the
He runs away.
when the civilian sees him, he runs home, and that's when he finds the house and the dead wife. And
or does he kill the civilians and make sure it doesn't get reported back? I'm serious.
No, he can't be like a murderer.
He's
he
a
still
f-
needs
he
to
starts
be somewhat
flawed.
likable though.
It's not that bad if he kill like if
Like Catwoman?
It's just an idea. Like he
He's not
starts
bad.
flawed. Like
We'll see.
he doesn't brutally kill them. He just like I don't know.
Yeah, you need to make him a lovable side character
Like
to
what's
give him
right,
his own
what's
book.
wrong?
So you need to make him a character that's likable, then do
The
like, a
line he
tragic
has to
backstory.
walk is how he seeks revenge of overthrowing the government.
Mm.
Because he could just go on a bloody murder spree.
Well,
Like,
he doesn't want to get himself killed either
Right.
because he doesn't really have like a like the king's guards aren't gonna like do his revenge for him. They're guarding the king. Like if he has his own thing he wants to do, the rest of
Right.
the king's like army is not gonna.
So how does he become a king's guard after all this?
Flees his territory, goes
Well,
to a
they-
new one.
Yeah, the king knows that he was supposed to be prince of that territory, and because he gets exiled, the king's like recruits him basically because he's like, well, you're not going to be king here, but the best you can do is protect me.
What was his name? The Forgotten Prince? What was it?
The Lost
the
Prince.
Lost Prince.
So it could be War Pigs 4, The Lost Prince or whatever.
And the whole story is that.
Well, when does he get his like samurai training thingy? Is it in between like?
It's before he has the family.
No,
Shouldn't
no, no,
it be
no, no.
after though? Because he
The samurai
cleans
training
up.
is after. He's just really like realistically in this part, he's just like a government guy. He doesn't really fight.
Mhm.
He just works in the government. But then, cause like the prince, like if he's a prince, don't like fight or anything.
Mm.
No,
So
They're just
that's when
rich.
he like now he has nothing left, so he flees to another. He flees to like deep into the forest, the same forest with the mushrooms, cause it's all he knows really.
Ooh.
And deep in that forest, like this forest is huge.
a prince. By the way, a prince. What am I trying to say? A prince is someone that's related, usually someone that's related to the current king. So like, so like the territory that he comes from, the king would have to be like a relative of his, and for some reason they don't want him to become the next king.
We have to figure out why.
Oh,
Yeah.
it could be like obviously his dad was king, and then his dad was so bad they think his son's gonna turn out exactly
Mm.
like
Yeah,
him,
like
so they
the-
exile him.
The territory is like poor, like everyone just hates the king.
But
And then his dad gets sick,
Down
and they
with the
know
king.
that like his dad gets sick, so they know he's next in line.
But
there's-
after Kit, there's nobody.
Yeah,
He was the last in the line. So
and if he doesn't become king, they can hold their own election.
Uh huh.
So like
the
they break
French
the
Revolution.
lineage thing.
The French Revolution.
Basically.
They all think. that
Dude, we
he's
can make
dead.
Kit's book like a political thriller. Like it would be crazy.
Well, they could all think that he was dead
Yeah, they're gonna because of
because
the house burning.
Yeah, but he only survived. But so it's like a double edged sword because
Mhm.
he only survived because he was out doing drugs, but he also let his family die because he was out doing drugs.
Yeah.
There
So
should
it's
be
like-
there should be a thing, like
How long is
maybe
the
like a spin-off episode where someone from his old like territory sees him alive and is like, "We all thought you were dead," or something like that. Where it's like someone old sees him and is like, Like,
It could be Ham. That's how they
Mm.
reconnect. They
mm.
never worked together, but Ham came from that same territory and fled when the government got overthrown.
Yeah.
That's how they met. Or Cody. What about Cody?
I'm a foreigner.
Oh my God! Wait.
Foreigner.
It could be Ham's mom, and that's how he got the government job.
Ah.
Oh,
So the king does the king like elect her basically because he knows who
She's
she
pretty
was?
high up on the board, right?
Yeah.
And then the king knows about Ham and Cody and how they're like, even though they don't do like tough missions because it doesn't really exist in that territory, the king knows that they're like some of their top guys. So the king doesn't have a need for more bounty hunters, but he has a need for more guards. And he sees, he hears from Ham's mom that there's somebody new coming into town, and he like learns that he knows Ham and Cody, and that he learns his skill set. So he's like, oh yeah, like I want you to be my top guard. That could be
Mm.
how he gets introduced.
Love it.
Because Kit could do all this revenge, right? But then after revenge, what happens? He's going to go back down to rock bottom. But then that's when he gets pulled into the new territory and it kind of saves him again. Because eventually, he'll win again, but then his family's gone still. So he's got to have a new start, and the new start is with the king. Because
Found
Kit,
family.
the thing
trope.
about Kit is he's very loyal. Even when everybody hated his dad, he still stayed loyal to him. Because his dad wasn't bad. He just was very, like... I don't know what's like...
Not
what
the
to
good.
say.
people's choice.
What?
The people's choice.
It's
Mhm.
not. Yeah.
he
The
was
people.
not favorited.
There was somebody else in the territory that was like spreading
Yeah. 'Cause
propaganda
even
and
if
like
60% of the people liked the other guy more,
yeah.
you know?
There's some guy that like is a better talker than the king. He's more charismatic and he like convinces a revolution to happen basically.
I was gonna say, like, the thing where it's like, at least in the Roman Empire, where people would just overthrow and then become the new emperor, and like everyone hated them, but he was still in charge. It could
Yeah.
be something like that, a conspirator thing, like Caesar.
How long is the episode?
146. We can end it now.
Oh really? I thought it felt longer for some reason.
We've been talking about this for a long time, but we could just keep going. But I hate the fact that we're bringing all this backstory now, and I have to go just a little at a time. But I'll write it all down.
Well, at least you know like
Yeah. This helps me though,
Mm-hmm.
because I know what I'm gonna do.
Well, what you should do during these brainstorming sessions is like take notes and then you can go back and fill it out.
Because I don't even have to have structured notes. I can just write like a couple of words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullet
We'll all
points.
come back.
Can't you generate subtitles for the podcast too? Like on YouTube?
I can look on Apple. I can just go through it.
Are we gonna end it there then?
Yeah. We'll be back maybe next week or 2 weeks from now. Just depends on what we want to do next week. or
And when
Friday.
we post.
This
Family
is gonna go
Feud.
up on Sunday. So.
Family Feud.
Are we gonna record next time 2 episodes?
Family
Yeah,
Feud.
we'll
Yeah,
get
we
back
could do
on our-
Family
on our
Feud
regular.
and the thing.
Okay.
Family Feud.
We're gonna take a little break from music for now until we figure out what we want to do. We'll still do music.
I
there hasn't
listened to
even
the
been-
albums
The
for
music
nothing.
has been so bad.
We just are gonna figure out what we're
Nothing
gonna
has come
do.
out that I like.
We should
Actually,
bring in a tier list segment.
the Pink Pantherist mixtape. That's it.
We were gonna do tier lists.
I
Oh, the
think
Family Guy
I think a
characters.
cereal tier list would be controversial because everyone I've done it with, it's been super controversial.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is S tier.
Did we do
I
one?
agree. Did you do
I
one?
think we did cereal.
Or like,
I
We
thought it was
did.
chips.
We did cereal.
Yeah, I think we did.
I remember because we
Food tier
did
lists
all
are
like
always
we
controversial.
did all like the Life cereals. I remember we had
Yeah.
like the almond one and then all that. All right, look forward to after this episode, Family Feud, and then a Family Guy character tier list, and probably more talk about the book.
always.
We could do that on the tier list episode.
Yeah, that will be our general episode.
The tier list won't even be that long.
Maybe 15, 20 minutes. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our
Yap.
brainstorming. I mean, that's gotta be good content, right? God,
Great.
As long as people
content.
care.
If you're invested in that story, that seems like it's good content.
Our beginning's kind of dumb, but
It's
What do
alright.
you mean?
All right. Well, goodbye.
yeah.
We did all that.
Yeah.
with a cat.
Okay, we just stopped recording about 5 minutes ago, but if you were reading the title of this episode, it's because Viv had her feet on my lap, and I lifted it, and it dropped, and it made the loudest sound ever on the end of the couch.
It vibrated the floor that I'm standing.
Yes, I did drop it, and Josh said it vibrated the floor. So, if you're wondering why this episode is called that, that's why. All right, goodbye.